Ah, son of a bitch. Motherfucker. I had the pose already. I was like, yeah. And that
Uh,
shit popped off. What's going on, people? What's up, people in the chat?
this is
Thank you
how we
guys for
do.
joining another episode of the O.O.C. And as you see, we going old school this time. No backgrounds. Go back and
That's
watch our
right.
first show. There's no backgrounds, just me and him chilling. You know what I mean? What's up
That's
to the
right.
people in the chat? Jason Lee Tucker, Murder Hornets, Triple X, Drop Shop, Maz, Mama Bear, Paul. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. What you saying, Roberto? How you doing, man?
Chilling, chilling. Just dealing with the everyday, every day.
I feel you, brother. But hey, no more passports, man. I was able to go see a couple of movies and shit the other day, man.
How you feel? You feel like a citizen?
Ah, it feels good, man. Don't worry, Storms, Robert. We're gonna send you the link in a minute. You know, we're just chilling with Roberto for a bit, then we'll send in the link to you guys to come in. So don't worry about that. But yeah, man. I don't know. It felt good to go back to the theaters. You know what I mean? Got to go see the Batman trash. Then I went to go see Spider Man No Way. Then I went to go see Spider Man No Way Home. You know, it was good to be back in the theaters.
How was
Uh,
that one? You saw that one already, no?
yeah. I seen both of them on Onzo Vision, but I actually got a chance to watch them in theaters. So
Trash, huh?
Spider Man was good. The other one was trash. What's up, Ash? How you doing? Thank you guys for popping in once again. Like I said, don't worry, I'm gonna send you guys the link in a minute. But other than that, man, how was your week, Roberto?
Uh, you know what? It was a little strange because I still feel like I'm feeling the effects of this fucking COVID, man. I have some days where I'm really fatigued out, man. Like really, really tired. Can't explain it. Trying to blame it on the chronic. Don't know what it is, yo.
Maybe you got to down your dosage, man.
Yeah, I think so. I
Ah,
think
actually, what's the strain for tonight, bro?
the strain for tonight. I don't have no special strain for tonight. I got to get that rolling again.
Ah, shit.
I
All right. Well, you know
don't know
me.
what I'm red on tonight, but it's a nice one. It's a nice one. But I had some wine too, so it's a mixture of a heights and a liquid buzz. So
Absolutely. Let me just big myself up here. Tonight's episode of the O.O.C. is brought to you by our sponsors, Gelato. That is correct, guys.
who?
This Gelato. Gelato.
What we getting for that, yo?
Nothing, but hopefully someone will see this motherfucker be like, "Oh yeah, I had some gelato. That shit is fire." You know what I mean? But
Please explain.
explain what?
What the fuck's gelato?
It's a strain, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's obviously a strain that I didn't get yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit, so popular one, man. It's pretty good.
I saw this strain the other day. I think it was called Fruit Loops.
I had Fruit Loops, yeah.
Oh fuck! Is it really them colors, man?
Maybe a little bit of the hairs in there are purple, or you get some brown hairs in there, but I don't think the one you seen is the same one that I had.
Okay, okay.
You know what I mean? Because I've seen some weed where it's like purple. You know what I mean? Like purple, purple, purple. And I ain't never
Yeah,
had no weed like that. You
yeah. I
know?
had some weed that was like beige.
Right.
That was nice.
There's one that's like the White Widow, the real White Widow, supposed to be all white and shit. I never
Mm,
had no weed like that, bro.
mm-mm.
Like, give me that shit, you know?
That must be in the search and destroy list.
Oh shit. So yeah, what kind of effects are you having from the COVID shit, man?
Fatigue, man.
Just fatigue?
Fatigue. Yeah, yeah. Fatigue. Again, my stuffy nose really hasn't gone away. But we seem to forget that when we get sick, when we get a cold back in the day, that shit would hang for a minute, no?
Yeah,
You'd be
yeah.
sick for what, 2, 3 weeks?
Uh maybe about a week or so, because I know back then when you're younger, your immune
No,
system
I
is a
didn't say
lot better.
younger. I didn't say younger. Younger is 2, 3 days. I'm talking
Yeah,
like
right.
lately. Like a cold is a good 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. I personally haven't caught a cold in like 2 years now, so I'm good with that. You know, hopefully I don't catch one. But yeah, man, I feel you.
Fuck.
I had Fruity Pebbles before. Really? You had Fruity Pebbles before? I had one called Fruity
Not
Pebbles as
surprised,
well,
brother. Not
but
surprised.
but
Our
I
chronic
don't.
sister.
Shit, Roberto can't believe Washington football team got Carlson Wentz. Oh yeah, Roberto denounced the team. He is no longer a fan of the
Thank you, sir.
Washington
Thank you
Commanders.
very much, sir. Thank you very much.
he
You
will
know,
now he will now be joining the Pittsburgh Steelers squad.
I don't know with Trubisky over there. What the
Yeah,
hell is going on in the NFL? I don't know, man.
I was
I
like,
don't
yeah,
know.
I'm about to jump off of that motherfucking bandwagon. What the hell was that quarterback
Yo,
pick?
you
But
know, I would have rather had. I would have rather had. What's that fucking guy's name? He was with Carolina. He's a journeyman.
bro, they need to go and look for Deshaun Watson. That's what they needed to do.
But everybody wants Watson now.
Yeah, I
Everybody
know,
wants him.
but hey, man, that's what they should have did. But I guess, well, isn't he a free agent? I think he's a free agent. I don't know. It's a trade or something.
I think he chooses where he wants to go.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me either. So let me just share out these links real quick. We can get into some of the topics. Roberto has a nice topic. I have one as well. And then we seen something that, happened here in Montreal, which should be discussed pretty much. So we could talk about that as well.
But in all
Um,
honesty, Jason Lee, I was just saying because I have a friend who's a fan of the Colts, and Carson Wentz almost had me lose my comeback in my fantasy league. So I have a huge hatred for Carson Wentz. Huge. Not even when he played for the Eagles in my division did I hate this man as I hate him now. I mean, I put him in the same class as Mark Sanchez. Remember that guy who ran into the guy's ass and got tackled?
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
put him in the same class as that man. And I don't know, in all honesty, I don't know if Schneider has anything to do with Carson Wentz being commando or commander or whatever the fuck the name of that team is now. But good luck. Good luck.
Good
What's
luck.
up, Ashley? How you doing?
Hey, good. How are
Hey,
you
Ashley.
guys?
What's
Working
what?
on this long thing that I've been writing, I feel like all day. But I'm going to get it done.
That's good, man. As long
Yeah.
as you get that shit done.
I've
How
been
was your
like,
week?
good. Today I didn't work, but, so I was at home. And I watched Spider-Man No Way Home on digital, finally. I've seen it in theaters, but I now own the digital copy, so I watched that. So I've been working on like revisiting the film. Do I still love it as much as I did when I saw it in theaters? The 7 times. And so that's what I've been like working on my script for that.
You heard that, right, Roberto?
Mm-hmm.
What did you hear?
7 times.
In theaters.
I
Yeah.
would have been
How
more
many times you
surprised
see
if I
it?
didn't get
Hold on, hold on.
COVID.
How many times you see it, Roberto?
I
This
haven't
was
seen it
before I
yet.
got sick.
Exactly.
But this was all before I got sick too. So like I
Okay.
saw it, 3 times, and I saw it like 4 times like the first weekend and 3 the next. So I was only
Did you
2
enjoy
weeks.
it that
But, like,
much?
yeah, I mean I really did because like I went with different people, but I didn't get to. Then I got sick, so it was like, and then I got so I didn't do anything after that. But
Oh, you got COVID too?
yeah, Christmas.
Recently?
Christmas. During Christmas. I had during Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
ho
do
ho
you know
ho.
if you had which class of COVID did you have? Did you
I had
have the
Omni.
Omicron? Did
I
you
had the
have
Omicron. I had
Okay.
Omicron.
But how
You
do
knew
you know
which
you
one you
have
had?
No, how do you
Oh,
know?
that's
Is
what I
it
was gonna
by
ask.
doing the
It's
PR
during
test?
during the testing. I mean, it was the variant
Okay.
too that was going around. I mean, first it was a process of elimination because the way that it affected me, and then through the testing
So
that
what
we were
about the
pretty sure from the
original
beginning.
variant? Is that shit still around?
That's just COVID. That's just like
Right.
straight up 2020 COVID,
Are
right?
are people still
Yeah,
catching that, or
right.
are
That's
they
just
catching
basic COVID.
Omicron now?
What you
I
got?
mean,
202 COVID? What you got? Omicron? What you got?
you got Delta. you know,
Yeah,
Delta was
man, I
only here
caught the
for a
Delta.
minute.
Delta was the dangerous
Yeah, that's the one that
of the
was right
variants, but
after.
the original Once they
2020.
got the, yeah. But Omicron was a lot more contagious, you know.
but
I
not
mean,
as deadly.
but not as deadly.
Hmm.
It was highly contagious.
Omicron was
And
just a
like I
problem.
We're
went,
almost back to normal
and
over
I was
here.
like, and like I went all that time and didn't get it, but I got the Omicron. And
Me
Mm-hmm.
too.
no, that's how it worked for me. You know.
Right before a trip, guy. Hmm.
Oh, you got it right before a trip.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh well,
well, I
April
mean, I got it during
1st.
Christmas.
April 1st, you won't have to worry about positive tests anymore for traveling.
For real?
Yeah, yeah, I read
Because
that today.
They
we're
don't
gonna go
care
for
anymore.
Easter.
Hmm? Yeah,
They don't
I
care.
read that today. You don't have to worry about positive tests as of April 1st.
It's not even so much of the it's the cost. I don't understand. Like, we didn't ask for this pandemic to happen. Why the fuck we gotta pay for these tests?
Yeah, I
You
know. I
know, it
feel
doesn't
you.
Pay
make
for the
sense. It
test.
makes no sense.
Well, that's how they keep you from.
$150.
That's how they keep you from traveling, right? They're like, hey, you want to travel? No problem. We're not stopping
But
you from traveling. But when you come back, you got to take that test. It comes out of your pocket.
you still, you
Yeah.
gotta stimulate the economy somehow. The few
Hmm.
people traveling, the few people
Right.
spending money. You
Hmm.
you wanna scare them away too?
All right, man. I think at one point they did want to scare people away from
Yeah,
traveling. You
you're right.
know.
Yeah, they did. I remember like when the flights were cheap, our governor was like, "Stop trying to book trips."
I'll call you
Yes,
out.
you can get a trip for $63. Yes, to Los Angeles, but don't nobody need to be going to like our governor literally went on then like during his press conferences like did that whole thing. He's like,
But
that's ridiculous.
he
Like,
was right though. Like what the
yeah,
fuck? You know what I
the
mean?
people, because like people were only supposed to be traveling for work, at that time and things like
Hmm.
that. But there were a few people, I guess they saw them flights was cheap, so they was trying to book these trips. When in the midst of and when everything was completely shut down. During those things.
Yep. Tony, Basil, G Major, thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. Like I said, I always appreciate you guys coming in. Triple X said he's watching the Marvel Netflix shows on Disney Plus. Yeah, yeah, we knew they were coming
Nice.
out on Disney Plus
It
sooner or
came out
later. You know, right?
Tuesday,
Did they?
March 15th, so yesterday. So they're behind the parental controls, so you can see all the Netflix Marvel shows now on Disney Plus. So watch them. See if these parental controls like work out. So we want this. So you got to watch it, right?
Yeah, they work because
Revisit it.
we've had them here for a minute,
Well, I'm
right?
just
'Cause-
saying here, you
yeah,
all
yeah,
have it because of stars and
stars.
stuff
Yeah,
like
we have
that. But
star.
like,
Hmm.
but here this is like a new thing, which I think that it'll take, you know.
Who's this guy? Hey, Storms, if you're still watching, I send you the link. The hell you doing, bro?
He was crying in the chat. He's like, "Where's my link?"
Yeah, I know, right? And
Cry
then I send him the
face.
link, and now this dude don't want to pop in, and I almost said the N word right there, and quick,
Don't get all prima donna on us and
Dang.
shit.
shit
Okay.
almost
He's
slipped
getting
out,
it.
bro.
Dang. He got you all in your feelings. The N word coming out.
Yeah,
It's a
it is what it is.
rarity.
Sometimes you get back to the ghetto, clicks in your head. You know what I mean, and you
Yeah. Oh
remember,
yeah. Oh yeah.
remember back in the
I
day.
don't know. I like channel mine from like parts unknown. When mine comes out.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you.
It's just like a little like light bulb like clicks, and you're like, here it is.
Well, we can get into some of the topics real quick. Roberto, you had one.
We going first?
Yeah, man.
For me, it was about this immigration thing. I posted this image of a bunch of people trying to get on a train, and they made a black and white image. And if you didn't know better, you would think it was World War I or World War II, but it's actually Ukraine right now.
Ah, mm-hmm.
And with so much people migrating at one time, it's fucking mind blowing. And I guess you take all this in for what it is. Some people taking it in more than others. But when This man made the speech to Canada. He really touched me, and I don't know how I was already touched before,
Mm-hmm.
but he touched me even more. Did you catch his speech to Canada?
No, I did not.
This man was really calling the prime minister out by his first name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and to me, that's rare because they always call you Mr. President or Mr. Prime Minister or whatever. But since Trudeau wants to be up here saying that this man is my friend, if we're friends, I could call you Nzo. I
Yeah.
don't call you Mr. Bigger
Yeah, that's
Ford
a fact.
Entertainment, So
Mm-hmm.
he's
Mm-hmm.
calling him Justin. Let me ask you this question, my friend. How would you explain to your children 4 in the morning when bombs are going off? Let me
I
ask
seen
you,
that part. Yeah, I seen that
how would
part.
you explain to your kids when Montreal is getting bombed, Vancouver is getting bombed? Because that's what's happening to us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And, you can't believe that this shit is happening now. I couldn't believe it happened then. It's happening now. And these sanctions, be it they may have an effect on Russia, the way I'm seeing things is like the world is afraid of that man.
Yep.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's all it is. You don't got
Afraid
the
of nuclear
balls
war.
to fucking stand up to him. Because if he accidentally shoots a bomb in Poland, you're ready to shoot up planes and shoot up all kinds of stuff and say, this is it, it's on now. But yet you see this guy is committing war crimes on TV and nothing's being done. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there no value in Ukraine that we need to go in there and do something? Is there no.
It's people are scared. They don't know what the
I feel you, Ashley. I
I
understand
think
he's a
that they don't.
madman.
I think that they don't have a plan that they feel like that they can execute that wouldn't cause a bigger issue.
A bigger
And I think
war.
that yeah, I think that they yeah. When I say issue, that's the word, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that unfortunate people are, caught in the middle of that until there could be some type of plan
But man, this guy's
to do
killing. Like
something.
he is singling out civilians. There's
Right.
no accidental bombing. You know,
No,
there's no evidence of any attack, any military or anything that's substantial for him to be shooting in that area. But yet he is.
So this is what you were talking
it's
about,
because he
Roberto.
can.
See
Mm-hmm.
if we can catch some of this of what he was talking about.
You only imagine that on 4 a.m. each of you start hearing bomb explosions, severe explosion. Justin, can you imagine hearing your children hear all these severe explosions, bombing of airport, bombing of Ottawa airport, tens of other cities of your wonderful country? Can you imagine that? Cruise missiles are being falling down on your terrain, and your children asking you what happened, and you are receiving the first news which infrastructure objects have been bombed and destroyed by Russian Federation. And you know how many people already died. Can you only imagine what words, how can you explain to your children that you just full-scale aggression just happened in your country? You know that this is war to annihilate your state, your country. You know that this is the war to subjugate your people. And on second day, you receive notifications that huge columns of military equipment are entering your country, crossing the border. They're entering small cities. They are giving siege. They're encircling cities. And they start to shell civil neighborhoods. They bomb school buildings. They destroyed kindergarten facilities.
So that's mainly the gist of his speech to our prime minister. Hey man, it's messed up, man.
Calling for
Like
help.
we can't deny that what's going on over there is some fucked up shit.
Oh
You
my
know what I
God, is it
mean?
ever?
People are dying constantly. But what can what can we do?
And
That's the
did you
question.
see? Did you
And
see how they were highlighting? Sorry, gotta clear my throat a minute there.
Hmm.
They were highlighting how they were treating the blacks, but they didn't show the other perspective of how some people actually got some buses together and got them out.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, man. They're not showing that shit. Black people smiling, saying we're free. Some people helped us. We're all good.
Hmm?
They're just like, I can understand how the media just wants to show you the negative,
The
the
bad
bad.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
That's what brings the people into watch, you know?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
then again, there's a few of us who use common sense and, research a little more.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You were gonna say something, Ashley?
oh, I just forgot.
Sweet. Stop me alone. Nice. Thanks, Ashley.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
I was gonna say it and then I like let it go. I'm sorry.
It's all good. If
You
he
got to
shoots a
pull
bomb,
that spliff time out. I got to speak my piece or I'll forget, yo.
Yeah, I've already smoked like before we started, and I'm
Nice.
smoking now, so it's so good.
so
So we
Maswan Bear
can.
said, if he shoots a bomb in Poland, my relatives in Netherlands will be fucked. Yeah, man, it's crazy out there, you know. Oh, hold on, this one. If NATO gets involved in any way, it will start World War III. Yeah, that was his threat, and his history is going to keep repeating itself until we make change and come together.
Everything we're
And I
saying is right. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I
Go
was
ahead,
gonna
Ashley.
say the a quick point that I was gonna make, and also you think about like if it doesn't like help our my country, and like I don't know about like Canada's history, so I can't speak to that. You all would have to do that, obviously.
Hmm.
If it doesn't serve our best interests, like we also don't get involved. Like, cause we mask going into wars and like liberating people, but a lot of times it's about holy lands and access to oil and things that can service our country. So it's always like, what are we getting out of it, as well as helping these other people? So I mean, what is it going to do for the United States to get involved in this
Yeah,
war?
I feel you. Instead, like I think Danny was saying it the other day. It's like, yeah, I get it. It's fucked up, but I think we need to fix our own backyards before we
I
start
agree.
trying to go into other people's and trying to fix up their lawn.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I agree. I kind of agree with that sentiment for
I
the
think it
most
was me
part.
who said that, but
could be, could be you or Danny, one of the two. I know both you guys said it at one point, so it could be. Boswell said, "As a Canadian, I'm happy we don't do shit. A bomb can get from North Russia to Montreal in less than 4 hours. Yeah, well, that would be fucked up." And Niner Zeno
he
209.
disappeared. Boom.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Sent a $10, well, $9.99 super chat. Said thanks for the fire
Wicked.
streams, brother. Off topic, but
Yes.
who's your favorite West Coast and East Coast rapper, and who's the best Canadian rapper in your opinion? Ooh, loaded question. Okay, so East Coast, if we're going, it's
All
Biggie.
time.
All
Really?
time, all time, Big Daddy Kane, bro. All day, every day.
Big
Yeah.
Daddy Kane.
Yeah, bro. All
What is
day, every day.
happening?
And West Coast rapper, Luda. I really like Luda.
Luda's South.
Yeah, Luda South.
Luda South, eh? All right. Well,
Would
hmm.
would Tupac be considered
Yeah, he's
West
West
Yeah,
Coast,
yeah.
even though he
because
like
he
started in
He
the
trans
started.
East.
yeah he
I mean,
transferred over.
his style was. I mean, he by the height of his career, he was considered West Coast.
I'd
Just because
have
he
to
used a
say
lot of West
Tupac
Coast
West for
style
me.
beats.
East Coast, it's very hard.
I liked Tupac, but
Could be Method Man
mm,
or Busta.
and
Mine is
best.
Nas for East Coast.
All right, and West Coast,
Good choice.
Pac.
it's Pac, eh?
Pac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pac for
Pac is fine.
sure, hands
Yeah.
down. Pac or Snoop. Snoop just got
I
that.
like Snoop too, but like
Snoop just.
Snoop kind of like fell off for me
It's
though.
not so
Like
much his lyrics. It's his
like
tone.
Jay Z, they both kind of like started doing some
What was it?
whack stuff.
His
I don't know about Canadian rappers, but I'll go with Mad's Mama is Bear because she says I'm a great rapper. I can rap just like anybody.
Never heard her to say so, but
But she's talking about wrapping gifts
Yeah, it
in the
would probably
chat.
be Tupac as well for me.
West Coast.
Yeah,
Canadian, I'd have to say it's that boy out of Toronto. What's his name? The Jamaican.
Cardinal.
Cardinal. Is it Cardinal official? Yeah. I'd
Yeah,
have to go
Cardinal
with him
official.
because he drops mad beats. He
He's
always
tight.
has the Jamaican lingo in there. I have to give him the props
Yeah,
because
Oh, I
he's
there's a
know
lot
tight.
of
Drake.
weak Canadians.
He's tight, but it
Mine's
has to be
mine's
Drake.
Drake. I
It
forgot
has to
about
be
Drake.
Drake. As much as I hate Drake, not a fan of Drake, it
He's the
has to be
only
Drake.
Canadian rapper I really know besides, well, I guess
But
Justin
I
Timberlake.
just I don't see him as Canadian. I don't know why I see him more American. Because when I'm seeing like straight up Canadian, Cardinal made his base in Canada.
So
Even
did
though he
Drake.
did some,
I mean, but Drake
Drake
started
took off to the
on
states quick,
that,
Yeah,
but he
but he
started on
started here in
Degrassi. Like that
Degrassi. Yeah.
Degrassi stuff,
No,
like just
his
looked kind of.
music. I'm saying
No,
I'm
no,
his
his
saying, but like
music
CD.
his
started.
fame
Yeah,
started from
Where does music
Degrassi.
start here?
here
What?
when he
I
was
don't
on
here. Ask.
Degrassi because
I
he
can't
used to
answer.
rap on the show, right? So he started his rap career. He brought out a bunch of mixtapes and shit when he was here in Canada, and then he left to the states
But he
and he
didn't. He
blew
didn't
up.
grow large here. He grew large when he made his move,
He
right?
was he was big enough. He was big enough.
Well, I
He was
can't
big.
argue with you guys.
Yeah, he was
To
big enough.
me, I don't see him as Canadian as I see Cardinal. But yes, there's no comparison.
Is
you know, I can't put them in the same boat
Tory
as
Lanez is
far
from
as accolades.
From Canada? I didn't know that.
Who?
Tory Lanez. Yeah,
I don't
Tory
really
Lanez is
possibly.
like
bomb
him,
too.
but
Yeah, yeah, I can't lie.
I
But he
don't really like him.
disappeared
But
quick.
I said agreed, boss. When my mom grew up in the Cold War, and it would tell me about the fear of a stray missile from either side going array. Yo, man. I mean, I have a friend, Bilal. You know what I mean? Remember Bilal, Roberto?
Mm.
This guy lived in Lebanon for a long time, man, and all he ever experienced over there was pure wars and shit growing up, you know? And I'm just like, man, I don't know how you could live like that, to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to live like that. So I can completely understand what's going on in Ukraine and shit. But man, Putin's he's ready to end it all, man.
he's
You know
up
what I mean?
there. He gives zero F's, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You can say he
None
gives
given.
zero fucks
He
about
gives zero
anything.
fucks.
About anything.
I don't
He
know if
gives
you
zero.
remember Anzo, but
Not one given.
we had
What up,
tanks running.
WC?
We had tanks running the streets down here once upon a time, huh? Were you old enough to remember
I don't know
In
when was that.
Canada?
tanks running down Sherbrooke Street, man?
What was
For
going on
what?
there in Canada?
101 when Lapine, the French separatists, tried to take over.
What do you mean, Bill 101?
Yeah,
Mm.
this back in the this is in the 70s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Depends on when. I was born 74,
Well, I
so
mean, I don't expect you to remember. You're 2 years old. Yo, you remember them tanks, Anzo? Yeah, I remember.
right.
I was on the bus with my pops and shit.
he was
you
probably
know.
trying to say. He was probably saying "want," like holding his hand up and scrunching at the tanks. He probably
I
thought
mean,
it
it's
was more
shocking
that
just to
age.
see a tank rolling, not on a truck, like literally rolling down the street, and there's no cars. It's an eerie feeling, and I can imagine when them shit are shooting.
Mm,
Yeah, that would be scary to see.
Oh my god! Like, why am I here? I'd be gone in a heartbeat.
How
for
old are
real.
you, Roberto?
Sorry,
Do you know how? Remember how old you were?
I was like 10 years old, 10, 11 years old.
Scary thing to see.
Yeah, taking the bus and seeing that shit and saying, whoa, what's going on here? Because, there was no social media. There was like one news channel, and you had to wait till midnight to see that shit. So,
Oh yeah, social media, you see everything now, you know what I mean?
what? You knew before you woke up, you're getting all these alerts and shit,
I know.
It's crazy. Back in the day, things could happen. You'd be lucky if you even hear about it. Now, everything is just blasted all over the place. And I like this all started, all this news coverage and shit started. Like it started because I remember watching the documentary. It started with the OJ case. That
Yep, the
OJ case
sensationalism.
changed
Yep.
the news to the what we have now, right? It was
Yeah,
that
when it came
OJ
to
case
like
that did
true
it.
crime stuff and like
Mm-hmm.
celebrity involved in that and in the case and the interest in all of that and how that case just played out,
Yep.
everybody had their eyes on it, you know, and then the verdict, it was just in the length of the trial and all the jury members they went through.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. It was like a soap opera, but
It's crazy.
real shit. Like when it came to the trial part is what I'm talking about.
Mew once
Nothing
said,
that happened before.
"Oh yeah, 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 yeah," and then after that, with the Gulf War and all those things that started happening, they started just showing all kinds of coverage of shit, and now it's just you to see anything. Mew once said, "China and Russia are more likely going to make their own economy separate from the West." I think Russia already did that. You think Russia's worried about the sun? Hey, Russia said, "Yeah, all right."
Let me show
you
you
want
what
to
I
put
can
these
do.
you want to put these sanctions on us? No problem. Hey, guess what, guys? We legalized pirating. So now you can just go and watch pirated movies and shit, go on all the sites, everything is legal. But they also shut down Instagram in Russia. I think they shut
Excuse me.
down PayPal as well in Russia.
Yeah,
And
Twitch streamers can get paid.
Twitch, right? Twitch streamers can't get paid. YouTube streamers can't get
I
paid.
think people are actually just in general having a hard time getting their money too out of Russia probably.
Probably.
Roberto,
I
you're
mean,
muted.
yeah.
I don't mute. Yeah, I said the ruble dropped big time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like they're trying to do all these things, but I believe that, Russia, if they knew what they were gonna do when they were gonna invade Ukraine, they were prepared for the sanctions. They knew that was gonna happen.
They know that Europe relies on their resources. They supply a lot of oil and
Mm-hmm.
other resources to the rest of Europe, and they have that as collateral. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But at some point you got to draw the line and say, listen, you're a crazy motherfucker. We got to do this shit. It's not like you're doing shit righteously. You're fucking up, man, and you got to pay for it.
Yep.
Because
But
what's to stop that crazy man over there in South Korea from doing this shit? North Korea. What's to stop him?
mm-hmm.
He's saying, yo,
Yeah,
Putin's doing this and they ain't doing shit? Huh. Okay, let me do
yeah.
something now.
Yeah, yeah.
And China's
Or
like, oh, the master plan's in effect. Yes, once these
or
two guys
Yeah,
go off, we're
yeah, yeah,
into, let's take over.
yeah.
bro, you
It's
if you don't think China's like calling Putin and be like, yo, if America gets involved, we got your back, brother. Don't worry,
we
we got
rocking
your
with
back.
you. Like we got you.
We got
If
you.
anybody who doesn't believe that, you know what side they're on.
Absolutely. It's
We need
crazy,
y'all need
man.
to be paying attention to China too. Don't like I know you gotta pay attention.
And
See what
US
Absolutely.
is
China's
making
doing.
threats to China. Oh yeah, you guys do this and what, motherfucker? You think we're number two? We want you to think we're number two or three in the world. We're number
Mm-hmm.
one. We've been making
And
mad
like
money
our
over here.
current
We've been
and the current administration here dealing with it is like atrocious. It's it's just not. It's just
my opinion, I think China's number one as far as military capacity goes. They just don't show off their shit all the time. But all that money that country is generating, all these master plans that these guys have going on, it's like they were doing shit while the rest of the world was sleeping, man.
Yeah.
And now
Mm-hmm.
you're going to
yeah.
see because it only makes sense that, you know, I don't know the guy in China, but him and Putin were tight. They've already had talks before he infiltrated Ukraine. You
Guaranteed.
know, I no, but they had talks on Zo. They had
Mm-hmm.
legitimate talks where
Mm-hmm.
you got me, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they said exactly?
Yeah, but you see, China, right? Because look, Putin's denying everything he's doing.
Yeah.
So what? You think China's gonna be all legit and say yes, we're gonna do this? We'll tell those foolish people what they
Hell
want to hear,
no.
but what we do is something totally different.
Some people aren't paying attention to what they're doing.
That's what
their
I'm
first
saying, Ashley.
mistake.
That's what I'm saying. They're
That's the first
sleeping,
mistake.
sleeping on
You have
China.
to pay attention. Just because somebody over here is like, putting on the show, you got to watch the one who's over here, being sneaky over here in the background.
But isn't that how it always is? Something happens to divert you from the real shit that's going on.
Meanwhile, China's investing
But you got to be able to
everywhere.
peep it out. You got to
Everywhere.
suss out that whole situation on both sides.
Absolutely. It's crazy.
I see it. And
it's crazy, man.
we got a horrible...
So,
like I said, live life, man. Live life. These things we can't change them.
So let me ask you this question, right? Because I seen an article where Trump said if he was president, Putin would have done that. Do you believe it?
That he wouldn't have done it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think.
Doug, what's the first thing? What's the first thing you said?
Trump were so aligned.
What's the first thing you said?
Trump.
There you go. I don't even need to answer
that. Like, there's no evidence of them, working together apparently, but there's things that are very weird. People within the administration, and I don't like Trump, but.
So really, you know why people seem to think that, Nzo? Because Trump was anti-NATO. Trump bashed NATO, made NATO look like it was a bunch of idiots all gathering in a room. They have no substance. They have no backbone. This is why Putin underestimated NATO. Oh, shit, they are together. I thought Trump said these guys are fucked up. I thought Trump said, oh, you don't know Donald Trump?
So, if he was president, do you think we'd be in World War III?
Probably in the U.S.
Do you think the U.S., do you think he would have sent troops over there?
No, at all. I think he would have helped Russia, if anything. He would sew up Putin's ass. He could count all the hairs there.
I don't even think I don't know if we would be here. I don't know. I mean, it could have more than well still happened. Because Putin is always serves Putin's interest first. So even though he was cordial with Trump, and they had this kind of alignment, as so you will say, right?
I think Trump's his puppet.
I mean, I'm not gonna get into my complete thoughts on that topic.
Well, he wants to be like Putin. He wants to be president. Yeah. He wants to be president forever, Trump. He wants to have a parade of military like Putin. He wants to do everything like Putin, man.
I know. He likes to present himself as a dictator. He does like those things. But it's neither here or there. But I'm just saying that I think that maybe we wouldn't be here because they have that relationship with each other.
What up, Danny? What's going on? Andrea said Trump said directly to Putin and X or whatever the hell that name is that if they went into Ukraine, went into Ukraine or Taiwan, he would nuke them. Nah, Trump full of shit. Trump ain't nuking nobody. Trump is all dick and balls. He just like Putin. He would need to do more.
I'm not saying that the curtain, but also Andrea, don't misquote me here. I'm just saying. I feel like we wouldn't be in this situation probably just because of Trump looks the other way. A lot of things that Putin does, right? So I don't
exactly when he fucking sent all his internet spies into the fucking mess up the election, and Trump was saying Putin would never do that. That's not Putin, you silly people. That's fake news. Come on, man.
Yeah, he's in.
All his people are telling him it's Russia, and he's denying it.
Yeah, he's probably in cahoots with
100 Nzo. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not walking facts. I'm just going off of common sense. I call a spade when I see it, and that's what I see, yo.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Trump even
We
told
talk about
Putin he
Trump
would
all day, yo.
nuke Moscow off the map. Trump also didn't start any new wars, but still had the current wars going on. Uh, I mean, it
Danny
is
said
what it
it
is.
in the chat.
What's that?
Danny said it. Oh, he just broke it all the way down. Trump and
That's
Putin.
right, Danny. You know it. You see a spade a spade. I'm talking to Freddie Platypus. Stop talking about Trump. We're
Well,
talking
you
about
guys need to
Trump
stop
all
talking
day,
about Trump
yo.
rent free. Yeah, absolutely. All day, every day. Remember, Trump bombed that guy who was known for bad shit on an open street? Uh, the president right now is Biden. Yeah, I know who the president is. This is
Yeah,
to
but
make Biden
the
look weak
question
so
was
they
if
will vote him back in next election. Uh, could be, Danny.
the question
Danny,
was if
Danny,
he
watch what
was
you
the
say, bro. You
president.
might disappear because you're talking facts, bro. Watch your back.
Go ahead, Ashley, what were you saying?
I said, but the topic was, what if Trump was president?
Right,
Would we be here? So that's
right.
why we're talking about Trump. We're not like talking about, uh, the question. That was the question. We were answering the question, so that's why Trump came into the picture. I mean, but
And we're
Biden is
Canadian,
not great.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, they're saying,
so we don't
but
give a.
Take away Anzo's right to go to theaters again. Yeah, no, they ain't doing that. I mean,
there
if
he is,
if we're getting
Nerdman's point of view.
if we're getting more movies like fucking the Batman, then yeah, you could take that shit away. No problem.
Nerdman needs to like speak on this issue. I don't think
Biden
he.
didn't start any wars. Nuking Russia off the map would mean destroying the whole world because Russia would nuke back. That is a fact. 100%. If Trump was president, the MCU would be gone. Well, he was president and the MCU was still thriving, brother.
Is my sound low, guys? I'm sorry. I'll turn it up.
Nah, you guys find a way to talk about him every week. Do we really?
Every week,
Hold
come
on, hold
on,
on,
man.
hold on.
Freddie Platypus, this is your first show. Like,
You know what I
Am I
mean?
louder? Can
we
y'all
haven't
hear
Trump.
me?
Yeah, we can
We,
hear
Do
you.
I
we
sound better now?
Yeah, yeah, you
we
sound a
were
little better.
complaining that we have less material since he's not in
Facts.
he's not in the
You know what
seat
I mean?
anymore. If
Like,
anything,
shit, I can't remember the last time we fucking talked
it's
about
been a
Trump.
minute. It's been a
You know
long
what I
minute.
mean?
Long minute.
It just happened to be a question that happened to be on the topic, man. But next week, if we find something to talk about, we'll talk about it. Fuck that shit. Watch Trump be the last president.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Just a
fucked up.
disclaimer. I didn't know what any of these questions were, so yeah, they're cool.
I'm not misquoted you, Ashley. I'm just saying what was said from Trump
Yeah,
that he said to them.
I
Not
got you
that I believe he would do something like that. It made both Xi Jinping and Putin be more aware of Trump.
for sure.
Uh, maybe, I
But I
guess,
still
maybe.
think that like if he said that, like it was an empty thing because he knew that it wasn't gonna happen. Is all I'm saying. Just because of his relationship
They're both
Yeah.
narcissists, man. They're both
with
narcissists.
Putin. I mean, he
That's
had
all I
never
can
very.
say.
So
Under Obama administration, Nerdman, Biden helped start war. So here we go.
here we go. See, we're not.
Okay, so we were talking about immigration,
You know what I
What
mean?
Ukraine,
were we
and
doing?
because this is not a Trump parade for you to come in here. We
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
question
I
was
don't.
asked, we answered it. That's it, yo.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get into it. Like,
Started
you all know
wars
where
and
I
this and
stand with
that.
Trump. And you all know where I stand with Biden. So
And we fucking
I don't,
Canadians
I
and we
don't,
don't give
I
a
don't give a
shit.
shit. I don't give a shit. I don't like either. I mean, really, either one of them. I think Biden is a little less. You know, I think he's a little bit better, really, but not much. It's not saying a whole lot,
Right. And Caleb said
but I
nobody's gonna
really don't
send.
like Trump.
Neither do we. Don't worry. And we're Canadian. We don't give a fuck about you guys' politics, anyways. We got our own shit up here we have to worry about. But
Yep.
Caleb said, "Ain't nobody sending any nukes." Both sides know that would be catastrophic, which you are correct. But just the threat of it, you know what I mean? Like the threat of it, and then
Play
that
poker,
Putin,
call his bluff, man.
right? Like Putin made that threat. Do you want to call that bluff?
You know what? This guy, why I believe he would do something like that? Because he's so fucking paranoid. He doesn't let anybody come near him. So even if an insider wants to take him out, it's almost impossible. He's so paranoid.
Man,
You see that
where?
table he's sitting at? He had to
Uh-huh.
send a fucking memo to the people at the other end so they could respond, man. So far away. I was
That's
like, is
what
this guy serious?
that's what I'm saying. Where is fucking that Bourne guy when we need him?
You
You
know
know
what I
what I
mean?
mean?
Don't
Where the
the
fuck is
US have
James
somebody
Jason
Bond?
like that?
Bourne. We need Jason Bourne
Jason
right
Bourne.
now.
Pull
Is
him
that
out
the
of
time we're
retirement,
in?
man. Pull him out of
Is that the
retirement.
times we're living in? We need
Yeah,
The
Jason
UK
Bourne.
can send James Bond. You can send
you
all
know
of
what I
your
mean?
guys. The Watchmen. Fucking
We're gonna need all of them. The
John,
Avengers,
send
maybe.
John Wick. You know what I mean? Go take
fuck.
out the Bubba Yaga.
That would be a fucking movie now.
The
No?
Avengers.
Hey man, everything we can get to get that guy out of there, bro. It's crazy.
Putin
What's
fights
Caleb
the
talking about?
MCU.
I'm an honorary Canadian. You ain't no Canadian, man.
He said
Canadian brothers
honorary.
and I give
This
it to
guy's
you. I give it to you,
we'll
Caleb.
draft you. We'll draft you.
Yeah, I
You're
give it
good
to you. I
people,
give it
Caleb.
to you. I give it to you. Some of the rest of these guys in chat, I don't know about that one, but
Look at this dude in the chat. MLK was a DC fan. Look at Nerd Man.
I haven't seen Flash in a minute, huh?
yeah, same here. Trump was pro Putin and Russia, oligarchs, whatever the hell that is. There you
Oligarchs.
go. So is Biden, since his
What's
party was
up,
funded
Ask?
by them, and Trump does business with them. Plus, his wife is Russian, I believe.
I don't know. She's
Trump's
not
wife
Russian.
is. I
She's
no, I think she is
Yeah,
Russian.
she is.
Yeah.
no. She's from. Hold on.
She's Russian. I know you're Googling it.
Yeah.
I know.
Google
I
it.
can hear the Google silence.
What
Because I
up,
don't think that's right. Because I don't think that's right.
All right, let's see who's right.
He used
Is
to
it
make jokes
Roberto
that
and
she's a
me, or
Russian
is it you?
order model or something like
Yeah,
that. Or
yeah.
model bride or something along those lines, you know?
Caleb said I wouldn't want to call that bluff, but Putin has to know that it'll be horrible for his country if he sends any nukes because we're just gonna nuke them back. I think he knows that. You know what I mean? But he also knows that it's one of those things like, whoa,
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
it's all good. It's one of those things where you know he put the threat out there. Let's say America said, what, we're going to send nukes. Hey, America struck first. You know what I mean? It
Can you
wasn't
share
our
my
fault.
screen,
America
please,
struck
sir?
first.
Can you share my
Yes.
screen, sir?
Yes, I can. Sylvanian. Okay.
I think it's in close to maybe Russia, but yeah, she is.
It was
I
part of the
couldn't-
USSR. It's probably
I
one
was
of
trying
those.
to think of where she was from.
Slovenia. Okay.
Is Slovenia? Because I
Yeah.
knew it wasn't Ukraine. I knew, but I knew it wasn't Russia. So
Ashley's coming with the facts, yo.
there is that. I knew she was not Russian though. I knew that for a fact.
You're right. Like I said, call it what it is. You're right.
But I had to but I didn't know exactly where she was from though.
But according to Putin, she's Russian.
What?
Is he?
Well, it's all part of the USSR, man. You know what I mean? All of those subdivisions,
sure,
they're all part of
Roberto.
that's what he wants.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nerdman said Russia has the biggest nuclear arsenal in the world, bigger than the U.S. Yeah. Hey, man. And like I said before, I guarantee you he was prepared for this day. So all the sanctions that the NATO is putting on them ain't going to hurt him because they were prepared for this. They knew what they were doing, man. Trust me.
But all you really need is one. Who cares if he has 100?
Oh,
You won't be
man.
able to shoot the other 98. Boom, boom, it's over. It's over.
You see, this is the thing, right? Obviously, they can detect when nukes are coming, right? So you
But if you
send
destroy
one.
them in the sky, you don't think the radiation from that bomb
Yeah, of course.
is going to do some severe damage over here?
Of course.
I'm telling you, it's a madman who would push that button.
Yeah, of
Trump
course.
threatened to throw it because he's a madman. Putin's threatening to push it because he's a madman. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just it, right? Even if you blow it out the sky. And trust me, they ain't sending one, And I watched
They're You're right.
a video. It was like 10 things that are threatened to, end the population on Earth. And the number one was us. And of course, they
Yeah.
said it would take just 20 nukes to end the world. 20. So 10 on each side.
It died. He says the MCU fans will push that button.
Yeah, right. They have the most nuclear assholes. I feel you guys, I feel you, man. But like I said, man, just 20 nukes. That's it. They would put so much shit in the air that we would be dead. And it would take, they said it would take, was it a million years? Like a million years for that to disappear. So
Fucked.
if that happens, how you going out, Roberto? Are you trying to
Obviously, with a
no,
spliff.
no, hold on. Are you trying to, like, let's say, trying to survive, like trying, oh, you
Trying
could
to
go here,
survive
you could
where? I saw what happened to Will Smith. I ain't living like that. What's the if I can't be with my family, what's the point of living?
I feel you.
To fucking suffer?
I feel you.
Okay.
So what are you doing? You going out, like, let's say,
Wherever and however they're going out, I'm with them, yo.
I feel you. I feel you.
We'll try. It's human nature. But like I told my daughter, if a nuke goes off in the US, we're gone. There's no higher ground. Montreal's just disappearing underwater. Boom, the whole fucking island's gone. So where are you going? Mount Royal underwater. Where are you going? A tall building underwater.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Where are you going?
Yeah, man. I feel you.
Slovenia. Nurman. She's from Slovenia. I don't know where that is. I have to
She is
look at a
part of
map.
the Russia, part of Ukraine. It's a big difference if there is Ukrainian proper or from Russia part. So she is Russian. Is that what you're saying? I'm
He
gonna
said
be
that
like how the
she's
guy
from the
wasn't.
Ukraine side of,
Oh, he got you.
and
They're
it's
questioning
different
your
than
facts,
them.
huh, Ashley?
No, she's from Slovenia.
No, they're
What he
questioning your
said.
facts. I ain't questioning you. I
No, he's
got
not.
you.
He's saying that like if her country's aligned with Putin. Basically, I think that's what he's saying. He's gonna expand on that.
Mm-hmm. He wants to take it all.
Hey, man. I think him invading Ukraine or whatever. There's a bigger picture going on. You know what I mean? There's something that he wants from there. I don't know what it is, but there's a bigger picture, and I think that that invasion of Ukraine is just the first step.
I think he just wants to leave a mark in history.
Maybe.
It's about he can do it because he's got the weaponry to do it. He is, the kind of person that wants to rule everything and, just play my D's bigger than yours, basically.
Yeah.
With his toys, and
Hello,
showing off.
Ashley.
Hello, Andrea.
What's
How are
up,
you?
Andrea? What's going on?
Yeah, no, like when I was talking about earlier and stuff like that. Yeah, Trump. Yeah, he said like the reason why he's crazy, like that he said that Xi Jinping and Putin, like he would nuke Moscow and Beijing like off the map is he is fucking crazy. But the fact that he said that to them, like opened their eyes a little bit to be like, okay, is this guy crazy enough to do that or not?
No, I think it was they knew he wasn't gonna do that. That was just to save face. I don't believe it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if he's that crazy to do it or not, but I mean,
Uh,
I know. All I'm saying is,
but
yeah.
no, there's been rumor also that um, Putin may have cancer too. That's been a rumor that's been going on for like the last 2 or 3 weeks lately too. I don't know if that's true or
so
not.
was he trying to like do a real life tenant or something?
Who knows?
Maybe.
Because like I said, that's been rumor. That's what I've heard.
Like he's
You know,
done, so he's gonna take the world with him type shit. So is his
well, with
tenant
someone of
in
that
real life?
nature, I mean, is that mad? Is that mad? Who
No, I'm just
wouldn't?
saying that's like
So a possibility,
we
though.
just watched that
Yeah.
movie 2 years ago. Is all I'm saying. They
I'm
Yeah,
just
just
saying, if someone has
it's
cancer, they
John
know that
David
they're going to die and
Washington.
shit.
and I ain't
Everybody
never
call
watching
John
that
David
shit again,
Washington, please, y'all. Call John David Washington up on the phone. Tell him we need him in his
bro.
organization.
We need him. We need Jason Bourne. We need
we
double
need
007.
we need him. We need him
Well,
time reversion machines.
the problem with any U.S. person trying to take out Putin in the first place would automatically have the nukes be sent out. That's been a given fact by the Russian Federation themselves, by oligarchs, because all his administration has been already been instructed for many years that if there's something that was to happen to Putin from the
I'm sure the
U.S.,
minute that guy's
nukes,
dead, man, Russia's
nukes,
covered in confetti. Big ass
Oh
party.
yeah.
20 years of
nukes.
this fucking madman. They can't wait for him to be gone.
Well, plus
For
not only
real.
that, Putin's reign is almost up too. He's due to be out of office by 2036, which is more of a bigger push of why he's going for this now, especially with regardless of the state of Biden, I can give a fuck about him.
Dude ain't going
With the
nowhere
state
in
of
2036.
well, that's the
Yeah,
thing. That's when Putin's like is supposed to be out of office for his reign as a dictator and president.
I
So
think he'll
him
what?
making
still
the
be
move
there.
now, him making the move now,
Yeah, that's
got
why
him
I
to do
said,
it, especially.
Caleb, 2036.
And
Like
I think he'll still be here after 2036. He'll be here as long as he want to be here.
2036.
It's 12 years from now. I
You
mean,
know what I
14,
mean?
wait, it's 14 years.
We're gonna sit
Okay,
here and wait for
I'm
fucking
just telling you the facts of
2036.
what it's actually true.
14
I
years?
mean,
He can do a lot in 14 years. Like, it's a
I'm just
whole
telling you what is the facts. I can give a
decade.
shit what happens in the next 14 years, but the fact
Andre,
is,
I'm just saying, this dude is out here wild and he still got 14 years left. He must be wanting to do a lot in that 14 years. Is
I
all I'm
think
saying.
even when that 14 runs out, he'd be trying to get extend the mix on there, killing off everybody. I ain't leaving. I ain't leaving shit. You know?
well, I mean, look at the Russian people nowadays. Like
Keep
they're
talking, guys.
protesting
I'll be
against
right
this
back.
war. They're still like protesting the war.
And
Oh,
he's
yeah.
fucking grabbing all of them. Tell me that ain't a crazy man.
Oh shit! You got reporters that are coming out, like going against them. They're not even fucking afraid to go up against them now. No, there's so many people that are coming out against them that are not even afraid anymore, regardless of what happens to them.
Because
If you think this is funny, it's not. They're
if he
fucking.
I'm not
hadn't
It's all
laughing at
over.
you.
if he
I'm
hadn't come
laughing
out
at
with the
something in the
lie,
chat, Andrea. It's not. I
Oh,
was
my bad,
laughing
my
at what
bad.
Jack Law said. He
it's the
said
big lie.
platypus is an animal that don't care about race. That's what I was laughing
I
at.
got you. Okay. But
Not
yeah,
with you. I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. I
oh
promise.
no problem, no problem. But yeah, I mean, the way shit's going, I mean, the way he's taking this position now to do things, I don't see this as not coincidental. I mean, the way in the Cold War too, when Russia was the big dog, like in the Cold War, supplying China with weapons and shit like that to China and to Vietnam during the war, even during the Korean War, and now it's China that's being the big trying to take over, and then you have Russia that's being supplied with from China. It's flipped this time.
Yep. Oh shit. Well, fuck that shit, man. Like I said, I hope
Right.
everything works out. I
Yeah.
don't know what's gonna happen in the future, but it feels like some of these conspiracy theories and prophecies that I heard a while ago are like coming true and shit. You know what I mean? It's gonna be interesting to
That's the
see
thing about conspiracies. Some have been proven to be false, some have been proven to be true, and some haven't been come to light yet to be proven or fact or fiction.
that is correct. And I don't like to believe a lot of that shit, but yeah, we'll
I'll
see
believe
what
the ones
happens.
that have been true. I won't believe the ones that are not, of course.
Yeah, it's just hard to. Sometimes it's hard to decipher which
But
is
do you
true and
believe
which
them
is
before
not.
they're true or
That's the
after they're
question.
true? That's the
Exactly.
question, Andre. Which
Right.
way are you going
To
here?
answer that, well, to answer your question on that, Ashley, I leave that plausible, not
Uh
true
huh.
or false. I leave it at plausible until there's more evidence,
I
more
like. I
stories
can
coming out.
see some of them, but like sometimes. But like for me, I always like to. But okay,
Caution.
that's a possibility. But
Yeah.
like,
See,
show me something other than just the thought.
Hey, I
You
ain't
know.
never gonna forget, man. It was 1 year can't remember what year it was, but there was this fucking asteroid that was supposed to circle around the sun and hit Earth.
Mm-hmm.
My boy came and checked me. He's like, "Yo, did you hear about this thing?" And I was like,
Oh
"No,
yeah.
what are you talking about?" I can't remember the name of it, right? And you know, at first I'm like, "Oh, fuck this conspiracy theory shit," like fuck it, you know what I mean? But then he came over and he was like showing me all these videos, and it sounded so fucking convincing. And then I was like, "But you know what, bro? Yo, if something like this really would happen, they probably wouldn't tell us anyways." I mean, hey man, you might be right. It was supposed to happen on a Saturday, so he came over on Saturday. We popped on the fucking NASA site, and we were watching that shit for like hours till it
And
fucking
nothing happened.
disintegrated on going around the sun. Like, you
Well,
see that bullshit, bro?
what about that conspiracy about Planet X or Nibiru that's supposed to be called? That's what was supposed to be like hidden, around the blind spot of Earth and shit like that, and that was supposed to be coming and hitting us too. That never happened either.
You
So
know what
many
I'm
people were
saying?
like selling their homes,
Yeah.
selling money, like their belongings for shit. I remember that.
Danny said, unsubscribe Bigger Ford Entertainment for disrespecting the Batman. Sorry. I will disrespect that trash movie all day, every day, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there were so many. The end of the world prophecy was supposed to happen on December 25th one year. And,
21st, but yeah.
it's like, come on, bro. Like, some of these things are just hard to believe. That's why I try not to believe
Well, the
them
thing about the
until they prove
21st
it.
one, Western scholars got friggin' mixed up with that bullshit in the first place. That was more of the end of the Baktun of the Aztec calendar, which was mistaken for the Mayan calendar, which was originally the Aztec calendar.
Facts.
So that December 21st of 2012 was from the Aztec calendar, not Mayans, which freaking Western scholars were fucking saying.
Yeah, but ain't no one going to predict the end
I
of
even said that because what was it? One of my teachers back then in 2010 or something like that too was like, he was talking about that. He was joking about that too. And I was like, I told him straight up, I was like, look, there's nothing gonna be fucking happening on December 21st, 2012. It's gonna be another fucking day, and
Mm-hmm.
that's my same day my mom's birthday is too. So I'm like, nothing's gonna fucking happen except for that's the end of the Baktun,
Yeah.
end of the old era, if anything.
Yeah.
I think
That's all
that
it
was
was.
2022. I was like, yeah, that's exactly right.
I knew they made a movie about that.
Roberto, who's your new team now? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Danny. He already said it at the beginning of the
He
show. I know
said the
you came in
Saints. He
late,
said the
but he
Saints.
said
And
the
he said
Pittsburgh Steelers is his favorite team now.
he said the New Orleans
In
Saints
all
are fine.
honesty, I said Mitch Trubisky and I started laughing. Anzo laughed with me because he feels what I feel. What the fuck? But Danny, the question should be more: how do you feel about your new quarterback, Carson Wentz? How do you how do you feel this season? Are you looking forward to it? That's what I thought.
Yeah, man,
That's what I thought.
that was a great topic, guys. We will get on to the next one. And I had a question I was thinking about, and I'm like, yeah, let me discuss this with these guys. And I'm like, do you think you guys or people care way too much about what other people think about them?
Nowadays, too much. Like feelings are being protected. There's like laws being passed in the United States now for rights or some shit. It's like, come on, people. You're getting your feelings all mixed up in a bunch of shit. Instead of, I mean, there's times where words can hurt if you give them power. Yes, that's true. But people are just so damn sensitive nowadays.
I agree. What do you think, Roberto?
I think it's clear as day that too much people care about what other people think. I mean, if you're doing things like if you have a TikTok account, you obviously care
Mm-hmm.
because if you put out a video and no one likes it, what's going to happen? You think nobody likes you? You start convincing yourself nobody likes you. You go in a bubble, depression, and it's all downhill.
So, what about you? Do you care what people think about you?
In all honesty, just the people that are on our show, I hope that they're entertained.
Right. I'm talking. Yeah, right. There's certain
That's
people
about
on.
it.
certain
That's
people,
about it.
obviously, you care about, right? Family members, friends, or whatever.
Not even
What
Nzo.
they
In
think
all
about
honesty, I've become numb because it's too much.
So you're
It's
saying
way too
you don't
much.
care about what
I don't
family
give a
thinks?
fucking shit. I don't give a fucking shit. Sorry for my language because it doesn't change nothing. You know, you call me cold, call me whatever you want. You know, when you really break it down, family's just family, because, sometimes family can be fucking worse than your enemies, man.
That is
Because
correct.
you have high expectations and they let you down the hardest.
Mm-hmm. That
There's
is correct.
cruel people, there's good people, there's great people. I hope you meet all of them so you can fucking sort them out properly, man. That's all I could say.
Ash, what do you think?
Yeah, I believe that people care entirely way too much. But people think because of social media stuff. Like, is this post gonna get likes, or people want certain things that they say to go viral, or little videos that they make to go viral. Like, they want to be seen, so they care and want that approval from others.
Mm. Yeah, I feel you. I think, me personally, I do think people care too much, right,
Mm-hmm.
about what other people think about them, because at the end of the day, you know who you are, and no matter how good you try to be, there's always going to be someone out there that's going to dislike you. Oh, look at that guy. He's too good. He's too righteous. He thinks he's the shit, right? Look at him. Doesn't do no wrong and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? So no matter what you do, people are going to fucking think what they think about you. That's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I personally, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? People around me, the people that I like, some people I care about. If you think about me a certain way, I'll be like, yo, why you think that? Whatever, blah, blah, let's talk. But at the end of the day,
If it comes to you, if it comes to me,
mm-hmm,
I'm gonna deal with it. If you have an opinion and you're coming in my face and you're sharing it with me, then it's on. But if you're out there talking, talk away, yo.
for real though.
I can't stop it. So, I mean, I used to tell you, my bro used to come up to me all the time and tell me, bro, they're talking about you out there. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, who? Who's talking? They don't. If they're not literally coming talking to me, how am I supposed to sit here and worry about what the fuck they're saying? You want me to go nuts?
For real.
Come
For real.
on, man.
I
Come on,
remember
man.
when I was going through my shit, my depression and shit, bro, and I was just posting all kinds of shit on fucking Facebook. You know what I mean? And your same brother reached out and he's like, "Yo, man, you shouldn't be posting on Facebook. People are thinking you're crazy. I don't give a fuck what people think. They can think whatever they want. This is my platform, and I'm going to post whatever the hell I want to think. And if they think I'm crazy,
Or the
well,
right
awesome.
person might reach out to you and help you
Or
because
that as well,
it's
right?
like a crying out. If you want to look at it some way or
Mm-hmm.
form, you're crying out in your own way.
Absolutely, right? Or
Oh, facts, triple X in the comments, 100%. I believe that it's if someone has a problem with you and they don't know you, they're projecting something of their own insecurity from themselves onto you.
mm-hmm.
So
100%. 100% I agree with that. And that's why for me, I'm just like, listen, man, at the end of the day, you just got to do what you got to do. Stop worrying about what other people think about you. You know what I mean? It's like, I used to
that's
be
why
like that.
sometimes you just gotta smile at the people. Just smile. You know,
Right. I used to be like
like
that. I used to be like, oh my gosh, that person don't like me. Why doesn't that person like me? What did I do? Now it's like, you don't like me. Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
can't change your mind on that. It is what it
I,
is.
I didn't really
yeah.
care like if someone liked me or not. I like when I was younger, like a little bit younger, like I'd say my teens. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't. It's not that I cared that people like me or didn't. It's like the fact that if you were disrespecting, like I would get pissed. I'll lose the temper real quick.
Well, yeah, you
But
don't
if
you
you're
don't
being
take the disrespect,
disrespectful,
right? Yeah, yeah.
but I mean, if you're now, okay, people want to disrespect me now. Oh, I hold myself like to a lot more than I used to before. Back then, no, because then I would actually immediately want to get into fights badly.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, unless you're disrespecting my family, then I'll come at you. If
Right.
not, I'll get pissed for a little bit. I'll think about it. It'll be on my mind for a little bit. But after a while, I just go do something else. I'll go out for a walk or do something. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You were gonna say something, Roberto?
I forgot, yo.
Danny says sometimes you gotta say shut the fuck up, especially when they disrespect good movies. I'm just saying.
Like the Batman. Like the Batman, you know.
Like the Batman.
I don't know. Maybe that's what
He
he's
kept
talking
putting him to
about.
sleep.
But
Oh, I'm a.
but but this is coming from the same dude that liked the Book of Boba Fett. You know what I mean? So can I really like take what he says like for it's a grain of salt? He like the Book of Boba Fett. You talking about me like a fucking the Batman, not liking the Batman, but you like the Book of Boba Fett.
The Book of Boba Fett.
Exactly.
I liked it until I didn't stand by that,
Yeah, but you ended up not liking it, right?
Yeah, by the end of it, it was just a waste of time, and I didn't like how it ended at all. I mean, I was good to see Mando again, but it wasn't very good.
Good
I'm glad I
movies
didn't
like
get the
Yeah.
Boba
Mando.
Fett because I was like, the way I've been hearing the reviews I've been hearing, I'm like, oh, this shit is trash. Why should I even watch it?
What up, MSK? Danny says Star Wars is Star Wars, bro. Yeah, but Star Wars isn't always good Star Wars, though.
Yeah,
I'm
but the
just
quality
saying.
has to be there, Danny. And there's, I mean, to each their own. You know, it's subjective, but it wasn't good quality.
These Batman haters are bold nowadays. So
I
first off,
like the Batman, so I'm
so
not
first off,
in
let me
that
let,
haters
let,
of the Batman
let
group.
me just explain this because I said we're gonna have some fun and open topics towards the end as well. So let me just explain this. I am not a Batman hater. I am the Batman movie hater. You know what I mean? I want to see some good Batman, like what we seen in Justice
He said,
League.
"I want to see some good Batman."
Yes, like what we
Okay,
seen in
now you lost
Justice
me on
League.
that one.
That was some good Batman. What we seen in BVS, that was some good Batman. The Batman we are watching
BVS,
now,
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I can give you a pass on that one, Honda.
the Batman we are watching now, this fucking grounded, down to earth, fucking knocking on people's doors, you know what I mean? And following fucking booty when he's trying to solve a case is not the Batman I want to
They're
see.
working together.
He wasn't when he followed her the first time.
He was trying to figure out what was up with her because he
But he
knew
right, but he wanted to
something was
talk to
up.
he wanted to
It
talk to
wasn't just
Annika
because of
though.
he was interested
It was because he
in
wanted the
her.
booty. That's hands down.
No.
The minute she walked into the
He
penguin's
was
office,
watching her
their
because
eyes
she
connected.
saw her
Their
do the
eyes
money
can no no
drop,
no
but he
no no
also
no no
saw her
no.
doing the
Hold on.
money
Oh
drop. That's
yes,
why
yes. Right. But
no,
when she first came in,
you are
she
reaching,
paused and he
Anzo.
paused and their eyes
There's a
connected.
connection, but it was not.
And then he started
But that's not
following
what it
her and
was.
she undressed and he was like, oh, booty, booty, booty. And he chased the booty instead of fucking talking to the Russian woman who he was supposed to talk to.
No, he was there sizing up the situation. Saw her take the money drop, so that means she's in some position where they trust her to do that. He wanted to get close to her to get intel. Yes, he was also thought she might have looked good, but that's not why he was following her.
Yes, it was.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with
It
Ashley
was.
on this.
It was. It was
Thank you,
for the booty.
Andrea.
It was for the
You're
booty
welcome.
because
Because
he
that's
saw her undressing and then she bounced and then he was like, "Oh, Lord, let me follow this like brown skin, nice hot chick," instead of asking questions to the woman he was supposed to ask. That's all I'm saying.
I like how Matt put the Riddler and the Batman is a green condom.
Yeah, yeah, Danny, I do like booty, but her booty wasn't big enough to follow it, though. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like we never really got to see if she had that bumper.
I
You know
think
what I
you're
mean?
tripping on this movie,
I'm
Anzo.
not sure she didn't have the bumper, so it wasn't big enough to follow the
Like
booty. You know
this
what I
is.
I
mean?
agree with Ashley. Yeah, I'm just
I
tripping
mean,
hard.
like there are a few things that I don't think it's like a masterpiece, and I think the third act like suffers a lot. But I think it's a really good film, and I don't know what movie you watched on, so but I think I watched an
I
entirely different film because
I
I
wa-
enjoyed it.
I watched a
But
40.
you like No
I
Way Home
watched the
better
whole.
though, Ashley, right?
I like okay. I said that the Batman is a film, and actor wise, it's a overall it's a better film. But
I
which one is
watched.
more
I watched.
enjoyable? which one do I like? The charm of the lead there, because he's like
Listen,
so erratic at times, and he like plays this like nervous Peter Parker very well to me. And I like just rewatched it, took so many notes on it today. And I think he does a good job. So I think that that is a different type of film. Like I feel like
listen. The
Spider Man is
film I
a
watched,
superhero film.
the
This is
film
like
I
a
watched.
cool
Sorry, Ash, go ahead.
superhero in a grounded world. He's still, but it's not really. It really doesn't feel like that super. It doesn't have that superhero element when I think of a superhero
Oh,
film. It's
I
still a
can
good
agree with
film.
that. It doesn't, because towards the end is when he starts becoming a hero, and that's really evident
Listen,
said at the
yeah,
end
this is
I'm
it.
that he's
talking about
starting
even
to
with
become a hero.
the
I
classic
watched a Batman
superhero
movie.
film.
No, no, actually, I watched a movie about a man who dresses up as a bat who wanted to get some booty. That's what I watched. That was the Batman movie. He's a horny fucking dude who probably never had no poom poom yet and seen the dark skin, the light skinned chick, and he was all over her. That's all I'm saying.
So it's a porn.
No, I don't know.
No,
I
it's
think you
not a
need. I
porn.
think you need to dig deeper there.
I gotta see
No.
this movie.
I've got people in the chat that like yes that they know it's up with Tom Holland. Thank you, Triple X. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you.
So if
Thank you
she
so
had a fat
much.
ass, it would be okay to follow her. Yeah, if the ass was fatter, absolutely. I mean, not for the
Easy.
movie, but yes, I could understand why he would do it. You know what I mean? Like I
It's
could
not like I
understand,
don't know
but
what movie you watched that you just got creepy guy wants to sleep with
Uh,
girl.
Actually, I think Nzo is tripping too much. Like he's almost going to be on
I
DMT
don't get
next.
that at all. That one, whew, over my head completely. You know, but Anzo, what else did you not like about the Batman?
we'll discuss that whenever we talk about that stupid movie again. I thought I was done talking. I said I was. I said I was done talking about that trash ass movie
Daddy will
Here's
let
a
anyway.
it
plot
go.
twist.
I'm
Here's a
done.
plot twist. Does the Batman care what Hanzo think of what the Batman?
No, all you should care about is if it makes a billion or not. Roberto, go to Anzo's house and take his card right now. Why? Said she also have a fat ass. I'm saying
What
Anzo
card am I
definitely
taking
smoked
from
before
you?
he watched the Batman. My black card.
Uh-oh.
Why were you going to get? Why that's so drastic though?
I
Why are
don't
you
know what I
taking my
want to take my
card?
black card for. I like the big booties. Just the booty was big enough. You know what I mean? It's not my fault.
Oh
So now I'm going to
gosh.
watch Batman to see if this girl's booty's big or not.
They don't really show it. You don't really see a good booty.
I mean, she's
Nah, she's cute, but you know what I mean. So this topic number 3 is something that happened here in Montreal, and I figure it should be discussed about. You know what I mean? Probably bring light to a situation that was kind of fucked up. So a 10-year-old Montreal girl attacked on her way home from school. Did you hear about this, Roberto?
No, no.
Okay. So I think this was Monday. And Anne has taken to social medias to search for justice for
Why
Alicia
didn't this make the news?
Nida. Uh, um, I don't know if it did or not. I mean, it
I
just
watch the
happened.
news almost every night. I didn't see none.
Really?
Hmm.
look at her skin color. I'll tell you what.
You're telling me,
Mm,
Yello in the
mm,
chat. Fuck.
yeah, could be. Yeah. So it says a 10-year-old girl from Montreal was viciously attacked by a man when she was walking home from school on Monday, according to social media posts from Miss Shea, who says she is the young girl's aunt. The attack occurred at lunchtime on Monday in Pointe aux Trembles. Using the hashtag Justice Pro Alicia, Shea is spreading the news across her Instagram and Twitter accounts, looking for resources and legal advice to expedite the process. I write to you with trembling hands as myself and my family are living a nightmare, says Shia French Instagram post. Our baby of 10 years, who will be 11 soon, Alicia Nada, was heading home for lunch at 11:30 a.m. on Monday, and her life and that of her mother, my sisters, changed. Shania says the man was staring at Alicia on her way home. The 10-year-old smiled, not knowing what he could do to her. The aunt said the man walked over, put her on the ground, and started beating her. disfiguring her beautiful angel face for, I repeat, no good reason. In a phone call with the Service de Police de la Ville de Montreal, media relations officer Raphael Bourgeon says a 21-year-old man is currently in custody. The
Nobody saw
SPVM
this.
says Alicia is in the hospital with serious upper body injuries, mainly to her head. Police say the young girl is in stable conditions. So that's what they did to her. I'll just skip
Oh my
that real quick.
goodness.
Of course,
I just want to say this. I would put two in that motherfucker's skull.
right.
I would send that motherfucker to jail.
But
He gained two in the head.
But the reason why, here's where it gets right. So, according to Shania, witnesses
That's
nearby
horrible.
tried to intervene, and police officers patrolling the area were able to arrest the suspect after noticing a large crowd gathering. The SPVM says the motif may be related to the suspect's mental health and charges could be laid, including aggravated assault and more. An investigation is ongoing. On Tuesday morning, Montreal Mayor Valérie Plante said the terrible assault is absolutely unacceptable and that no child should be subject to it. Montreal Mayor Valérie Plante said Tuesday morning she has seen the image of Nada in hospitals. She says she wants justice for her niece and for all other victims of this kind of sickness. If you have contacts, resources, or legal advice to help, are able to help in this process, please write to me, she concluded. I also ask you, please send positive vibes and prayers for my niece Alicia. And then I read something today where they are actually going to test him for mental illness. So, what are your thoughts?
It's fucked up.
This guy's a psychopath to begin
He
with
doesn't have
because
a
that's
history. It seems like if there's
Well,
no
there's
history
yeah.
not
there.
there's not much details on the man so far, right? They never mentioned if he's white, if he's black. All we know is he's 21 years old, and they're saying that he has mental health issues. So,
Obviously,
what
to
up, Yellow
attack
does
a
it?
10-year-old.
Yeah, go ahead.
But you see what Yellow just said there. This shit does make Montreal news. There's not much shit happening here that it needs to get bypassed. Stuff
Hmm.
like this usually makes the news. They just don't never ever release any names.
Right.
That's why you got names now because it's only being circulated online.
And you said you watch the news every day and never heard anything about this,
No,
right?
no. This would be something that would be talked about for more than just one episode.
Well, shouldn't it be fucking headlines though? Like this should be like a headline
No,
in
that
every.
the war is headlines.
Well, yeah, of course, right? But you know,
Once it gets local, this should be the headline of local.
so you know exactly why that wasn't a big story. Um, I would kind of agree with that as well. You know what I mean? Because again,
Here,
we still have those kind of shit happening here where but oh shit, my light. But I don't know if that's the real case though. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I can't think of any other reason why it wouldn't be though. What do you think?
I don't know. I just don't know because, like I said, more times than not, it makes the news here. I mean, even fucking down to a guy being harassed by the cops made the news here.
Yeah,
That Bayesian guy in his Mercedes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That was on the news like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, but I think he sued and won, and I think that's why it came up again. I think he got like
But
15K
any
or
kind of
20K.
abuse on a child should make the news.
Oh, absolutely, one hundred
You
percent,
know?
Yeah,
100%.
agreed. But
He said, "Wait, how do they have that account of what happened? Were there witnesses to it?" Well, they said in the story that there were some people that around gathered around or whatever. So I'm guessing there were witnesses there. Cops were around. That's why they were able to arrest him. It's crazy though. You know what I mean? Like you got the young little kids. You got to be careful. That's crazy, man.
it's horrible.
It is, especially when it's a young girl.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot of
even as a
disturbing
child
factors
itself,
walking
but as
around.
a young girl too, especially when young girls like are, I want to say, I don't want to use the word prone, but they're more, they get attacked the
Yeah,
most.
yeah, absolutely, one hundred
Because
percent.
they're vulnerable. They're
Very
innocent. They
Yeah,
think
vulnerable.
everybody's
exactly.
Very
good. You know,
vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
it's fucked up.
And the fact that this guy has some mental problems, or he must have not been on his medication or something, and he's been walking out. Like, who knows how long he's been doing? Who knows if he's been doing that longer than what happened with the reporting? You
Yeah,
know,
you could be right.
because they
Maybe it's
haven't
not his
released any
first time.
information. They haven't released any information that, of his past yet. This barely came out, didn't it? So they
Hmm.
haven't
Yeah.
had any information on the guy yet.
Mhm.
Like he doesn't like it. Does he have a history of
I haven't
mental
seen
health
anything.
issues, or maybe not violent tendencies, but just
Well,
anything?
if there's talking about his mental health, then he must have some sort of record of maybe taking some kind of medication or went to a hospital because he wasn't thinking right or something like that, right? Because
He wasn't taking his meds,
or
probably.
or maybe they just evaluated him and were like, oh yeah, this guy's not in his right mind. I don't know. I don't know what it is yet. I'm pretty
You know,
sure
there's a
more
lot of
details
fucked
will
up
come out.
people out there who aren't taking their meds. You see them on the metro. You see them downtown.
Hmm.
But there's a
You
lot
know.
of people who are just giving meds and they're not giving therapy and other
Hmm.
assistances that
That's
They're
they
true
given
too.
meds and they're sent back on the street.
so
Yep,
Yep.
it's like
that's
hard
that's a
for
fact.
so it's kind of also hard for them to stick on that track of
Regimen.
taking
Yeah, yeah.
medication because they
Mm-hmm.
don't like a lot of times
They
they
hate the
don't
way
like
they
taking
feel on
they
those
don't like
meds.
taking
Facts.
medication in general. It's
They hate the way
it's
they
just
feel.
and they don't like the thought of taking medicines either a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the times too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because
it's
it
like you
really
have
numbs them.
to with therapy and all these other things together along with the medication, and that's how it works. If you're just handing them medication without any counseling,
Yeah.
that's how they slip through the cracks, and that's how it's
Mm-hmm.
easy for someone not to take their medication, and things like that.
That's what they do though. You're on your own. Here, I'll give you the medication, but after that, it's up to you what you do with it. And if you're not taking it, shit like this happens, man. Jack Law says, okay, here's the math that is scary. The number of kids attacked has never changed, only how we talk about it. You can see it. You can see what it did to parents, how they treat their kids. But that did not change the numbers. Well, the numbers, people are crazy, man. They're always going to be trying to find ways to get to kids and stuff like that. There was a case of can't remember his name, Aubrey, I think it is. Like he went missing a couple years ago. He was never found till this day, walking home from school.
Oh yeah, I mean it happens here. Like there was a um, it's like 2 or 3 hours away from where I'm from, and there was like a youth kids football game, and it kind of reminded me of like my kids. Like at the time he was playing youth, this around that time, his little sister was like just there in front of her grandparents. She goes like over to where the concession stand is, never seen alive again.
Hmm.
Man abducted her and killed her that quick.
It's easy, man. That's why you don't turn your back on your kids, man. When my
Yeah.
kid was young, his hand was in my hand everywhere I went. You know what I
Wherever I
mean? Like,
went, like you're
yeah,
not going nowhere. Like I was the most paranoid
man. I remember
person
one time I
ever.
was on the metro with him, right? And this little old couple was like, "Oh, he's so cute," and went to touch him, and I was like, "Don't touch him." Like, you know what I mean? It just came out. I was like, "Yeah, don't touch him." Like, I don't know you. I don't know where your hands were being. You think you're gonna walk up and touch my kid? Nah, bro. That ain't
Yeah,
happening. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I was protective like that. Like you can't even touch him. Like,
Oh, that's when mine were babies. Like people would be like, I'd be like, "Did you use your Purell? Did you,
mhm.
all these crazy things. Like,
Especially
did
when
you
you
like
have your
hold my baby? Yeah,
yeah, especially when you have your first one, right? When you have your first one, you're like careful and no, you can't do this, you can't do that. This cat, you know what I mean?
See you
So
later,
that's
Danny.
how I was. Take
Later,
care, Danny.
Dookie.
Have a good one.
yeah, Danny. I was like that both. I was just like that hover, like helicopter mom.
Hmm.
Still am.
Caleb
But
said, "Who in their right mind thinks I should go beat up a little girl?" Yeah, that's the thing. He wasn't in his right mind. Another win for mental illness. Um, I don't know if it's a
I don't
win,
know.
but
It's
I
not.
think I think that could be like I don't want to.
So
I
I
don't want to
understand what you're
downgrade
saying with Triple
how
X, but
mental.
like I think that like when people go through these proper channels where they're evaluated, they spot if someone's faking, you know,
Right.
because it's not, you know,
They know
it's
it's
not
not
an
easy to.
easy process. Generally, I don't know how it is in Canada, but I know that here, I mean, it's not just, you know, a
No,
very
it's
simple
not. But you
process.
see, that's the
So
thing I was gonna say. It was like I don't want to downplay the like mental
I mean, it's
illness
still
and stuff
horrible.
like that. But I think it's used as for an excuse for a lot of these things that
It
people do.
is,
You know what I mean?
but like no, but there are cases where it
I
does
agree. That's why I said I don't want to
have an
downplay it.
impact.
Like I don't want to downplay it and be like, oh yeah, but because it does affect people like that, and I can see how it can affect someone in a certain way. It's like, man, that's the excuse that everybody wants to use now. You know what I mean? Like when you watch the when you see the
I don't
cases
really know if
for,
it's an excuse, if unless it's just countries and people that are extremely sick
they
and they're
are,
not
but
getting
I
the help
think
that they need.
I think
It
so
may
too.
and it's not excusing their behavior, right? But if they had the help that they needed, the behavior could have been stopped. It doesn't
Right.
excuse what they've done. I'm
I
not
know,
saying
one
that.
hundred percent.
But I'm saying that if people were there to help them in those situations, they might not get there.
But it's just like everything, you know. The people who go and shoot up school. Oh, he was mentally ill. He was this and that. You know what I mean? I get it. There are people that are mentally ill and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
get it.
Someone
But
just use it
it's
as an excuse just to like plead insanity because it's so easy to use that excuse and
right.
use
You know
that
what
in
I
a court
mean?
system. And some people are just like psychotic, that are psychopaths or sociopaths.
Today in
And
a
that's
major city, guaranteed at least one person was recording. I don't know. There hasn't been any footage, so I'm not sure if anybody over here recorded. But I at least hope someone like, because they said people were trying to like crowd
If you
around and stuff.
recorded and you didn't run
No,
and kick
really.
this guy off of her, you
Yeah,
got a fucking problem.
you're a prick, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands down, you are a prick.
Well, I wonder what was the corral doing.
That's what I'm saying. Because me, if I would have seen that, I would have fucking
Like,
chunked this
did were
fool.
they
One time.
were they the reason why he stopped? Like, I don't understand. Or were they just watching this happen?
Like,
more
hey,
likely
get
they were
off
just
of me, get
watching. If
off of
anything, they weren't
him.
doing nothing.
That's what it sounds like to me. They're
Right.
just watching
Like, get off
him
of her, get off of
be a
her. What are you doing?
10-year-old child.
Instead
Like,
of someone
Like,
jumping in and fucking
and I know
grabbing
that
him.
people
exactly.
get.
Instead of
I
taking
know some
action,
people get stuck in like a state of shock,
Hmm.
but like all of them were safe. Not
understandable.
one person was able to jump out of it. But that happens. Like you come across like this traumatic situation, and people get stuck and like shocked, and they're just can freeze. Some people can freeze, and panic that way.
It's
So, but
true.
it just seems like
My
nobody.
instincts, my instinct would have been to attack him, like jump on him, like real quick. You know what I mean? As soon as I seen that, I would have just like rushed over there
Yeah,
and
that's what we
fucking,
said, Yello.
you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, amount of people that were watching, did someone at least try to intervene? At least I hope someone did, because the way they make it sound is like people gathered around and the cops came and the cops arrested him, right? And if you look at the way she looked, I don't want to show the picture, but if you look at the way she looked, it looked like he was pounding her for a minute.
Hmm.
Yeah, like her face, like her eyes, especially
Hmm.
like look like they're closed in. You know, scar on her
And
damn forehead, across her eyebrows. It's like what? Not one
said the
person stepped in to take action.
Freddie Platypus said the man's name is Singh, perhaps South Asian or Indian. I didn't see his name yet, so I'd have to go and check that out. But Danny said later, um, if we just chip our kids, we could know every second where they are. Yeah, I don't know about chipping the kids though. I don't know about that one. You know what I mean? They chip dogs. But would you be down for chipping your kid?
No,
Me neither. Me neither.
I think that's for lazy ass parents, man. I mean, look,
I kind of agree with that actually. That is.
when we grew up, we had no pagers, no cell phone. I left my house at 8 o'clock. My parents could only hope I come back home because as
Mm-hmm.
loud as they screamed, I would not have heard them where I was.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about respect.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
once you remove that element, it's done. I don't give a fuck, cell phone or whatever.
Absolutely. Like my parents knew where I was all the time. Like, where you going? I'm going over here. Okay, boom. Now, did I always
Yeah,
stay in that situation? No, but at least they knew a
I
starting
did.
point. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
Now my mama
I
made sure
mean,
that I was gonna be at one location and only that location because she was talking to your mama and your daddy and walking me to the door and having a whole conversation about what the plan was.
Yeah,
like when I was
I
growing
feel
up
you.
myself, like I was able to go out and do things, but my parents knew exactly where I was at because most of the time I grew up living in apartments.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I would go out like at midnight, 11 p.m. I was even staying out till 1 a.m. When I was a child,
Mm-hmm.
playing hide and go seek and all that, doing all that stuff as a kid. But they knew exactly where I was at, and they knew like a lot of the people in the complex area of the parents too. So if I went missing or something like that, they can go to the parents. Nowadays it's so much different. I
And
didn't have a damn cell phone until I was like what, 14 maybe.
right.
You
And
know,
I know some of you guys, you had that when those fucking street lights go out, you get your ass in the house. Time to come in. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Or when the
because it's
street
too
yeah,
lights
damn
go
dark.
on.
There's pedophiles. There's
yeah.
Yeah.
Come
fucking
on.
killers out there. You know.
Yeah. Those lights come on, your ass better be in the house, you
Yeah,
know?
and I was like where I lived at the time. I lived at the top of the hill, like in my neighborhood, and then all my friends like lived is like I would go down the hill and they all lived right in that area. So that's the kids I hung out with, and I could go up and down that hill. But if I crossed this one street to get to my other friend's house, that was
That was it. It's
I
over.
was
You know
gonna
what I
get
mean?
that whooping. And guess what I did one time? Crossed
Hmm.
that street, and my
Hmm.
mama found out.
Never did it
Go get
again, right? Yeah, me
go get that
too.
switch off the tree.
Me too. I got brave and did some things that I wasn't supposed to do. Got that whooping. And I was like, okay, yeah, I ain't doing that again. But like Ella said, we shouldn't whoop our kids. So, there was only a day when kids had more freedom to live without parents that did not know what they were doing, and that was normal. Um, I would
Yeah,
say
things are
there was
different.
some sort of freedom, but my parents still knew where I was. You know what I mean?
That just
Yeah,
makes it
I
seem
don't.
Hey,
back
I
then we're
don't
more closer, and they knew
like.
like the neighborhoods,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
like
I
and
stuff
didn't.
like
had their
that.
friends,
That's
have their
why.
But see,
friends'
But
numbers
like
not
and
the
shit.
everywhere.
way I was able to go down the hill, like my kids was never able to do nothing like that. Like
Hmm.
everybody was on this street, and if they weren't on the street, either I walked you to their house, or you rode your bike there, and no, you wasn't going by yourself like I was.
Hmm. Well, my parents had all my friends' numbers. Like my
I mean, I did, yeah,
talk
My
to my
my dad
friends'
did too.
moms. I would have birthday parties, right? And that would be my parents' opportunity to have their kind of party too. So my friends on the block would come over, and then their parents would come over as well, right? So my parents knew all the parents, like in the little
Uh,
community that we had, they knew all of them. My parents knew everybody.
yeah. Like no, my kids still don't go nowhere without me knowing.
Jack Loss chipping kids. You as a parent won't be the only person who knows where your kid is. That makes the kid even easier to target by predators that can hack and sell chips, GPS coordinates.
most of they do is
That's true.
hack the phones nowadays too. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
to
I
consider
mean,
chips,
my
just like
kids
Yello was
like
saying, yeah, we're technically not. I mean, not
mine are
directly,
because
but
like their location is shared on my phone, so I know where my kids are if they're not with me
right.
Mm-hmm.
But
because
humans nowadays are
Snap
not directly
Map,
chipped like
Google
into your body.
Maps,
Yeah.
like their phone, I can ping their, I can see their location shared with me. So yeah, my kids are.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Now if they
So
lose
if
their
they don't tell you where they
phone,
are, you know where
no,
they are
I
regardless, right? Be like,
shoot.
hey, you said you were
My
supposed to be
if
going
you ain't in
here.
practice, if my oldest, if he ain't in practice, he's got to be here. He's already under the
Right.
house because
That's
he
what I'm
ain't going
saying.
nowhere.
So it's like, hey, you said you're gonna be in practice, but this ping says you were over here at this time. Fucks up with that. Damn right, bro. I
Yeah.
think if we wanted to, we could put everyone in their box with the same monster. And I think if we did that, we could let go of prisons. Okay.
Right.
Well, most prisons, if they're not in the U.S., like they're not. There's not that many prisons like, that do actual rehabilitation to where like some other countries do it. to where they actually give them like a bit of freedom to actually have things, and they're more stable and they do their time and they get out. I think there's some countries. I think it's Sweden or Norwegian or something like that.
Because
Some
it's
countries
about
over there.
rehabilitation,
What up,
really.
Lunga? What's going on?
And serving your crime, with dignity. They
Yeah,
kind of give
but
you some sense of dignity. And in this,
right,
our country,
but
it's not about that. It's about
exactly,
breaking you down.
that's
And,
the problem right there, and that's the big
yeah.
problem, and that doesn't help with the rehabilitation because it just makes them
Because it's
become
not about
hate the system even
rehabilitation.
more. It's about just keeping them
It's
trapped like
about
slavery.
punishment.
Hmm.
And Yellow said getting an insanity defense is actually incredibly difficult. Yeah, I know. Also,
Yeah.
it's not innocent
That's
or
what we were
acquitted.
talking
It's a
about.
different kind of conviction. Absolutely. You
Yeah.
still get put in a mental home. You still get locked up. You know what I mean? It's just different. I agree with you. And I know it's not easy. 100%. 100%. We were saying earlier, like, you would have to be almost a genius to be able to fake that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just to say, while you spilled past us, you get chipped. You can't get out of your box ever again. As a
What?
parent, no one in their right mind puts all their faith in cell phone to protect someone. Yeah, of
Oh,
course not.
yeah. No, I don't. I just have my kids' location shared. But also, it's just a safety precaution.
And when you're talking about consequences of punishment, we have to separate our emotion compulse towards vengeance, an eye for an eye retribution, and stay focused on justice and rehabilitation. Well, yeah, of course. But like they said, that's not what the jail system is there to do, right?
No, not in the United States. No,
I don't even
it,
think it's here either, to be honest with you.
especially predominantly United States. I mean, you have to work hard. You have to work your ass out extremely hard if you're in the system. Like just to be able to get a freaking decent job, just to get a job at a McDonald's, even
Hmm.
at this point,
Well,
and even then you get turned down.
don't they have the right to ask you if you've have a criminal record or you've been arrested on your applications over there? Because they have that. They have the
Yeah,
right
they
to do
do.
and ask us.
Yeah, we do. And I think now, like California and such, and even I don't know if in some states, but they're trying to get rid of that because of could be discrimination too.
Mm. Chipping your kid, all right, but how about a bracelet? A cell phone is
There are
essentially
some
chipping
bracelet programs
if
that are
you
like,
use
there are
it for that.
apps. They're like apps. And it's like, that's what they're made specifically for. There
Mm.
are like, like,
He said, I think technology should help as much as it can with all aspects of being a human. I agree. I agree. I mean, we have it there for a reason, right? So, let's see. You want to know about chipping your kid? Watch the episode of Black Mirror. Yeah, I don't know which episode that is, but I'm not too fond of that show. So,
yeah, I wasn't really big on it.
I
I
heard that
watched.
show. I never got into watching it.
you good, Freddie? We know you ain't attacking nobody, and I hope nobody in the chat thinks you were. You know what I mean? We're just having conversation. That's what we do over here. Um, Freddie the Platypus, I'm saying what would work to fix the problem, but no one wants to talk about segregation.
Segregation of what?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're
Like
in
Enzo's whole face, and then up it went.
what are we
It
talking
was like
about here?
you did a bobblehead on it one time.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we talking about here? What do you mean segregation?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
And it's
Segregation.
easy to say when I was a kid, but there's more people now. There's less community, and human trafficking is at an all-time high,
For sure.
even when you account for slavery. Yeah, yeah, of course, I agree with
You
you.
know why
Yes.
human trafficking's at an all-time high? Because we have more information to hear about it. What's to say it
Hmm.
wasn't at a high when we were young? We just didn't know. That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Exactly.
That's
It wasn't
bullshit.
talked about as much. It wasn't
Listen,
brought up in the open.
parents today are super protective, overprotective. I'm an example. Watching my kids all the time. Our parents weren't like that because they weren't overwhelmed with
Natural.
information into panic mode. Where's my kid? Where's my kid?
Yeah.
Where's my kid? You
And
know what I
there's a
mean?
and there's like 1,000
Sometimes knowing
books,
too much is bad.
and there's every book about everything.
Exactly. There's a book
How
about
to
everything.
the magazines, like the articles online,
Mm-hmm.
the blogs, the mommy vlog, the parenting vlogs. This is like, there's so many things. You
Absolutely.
know,
And I
too,
think if
on
a
top
parent
of
was
all of
to
that.
be the way our parents were back in the day, they would be considered irresponsible, bad parents, lack
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
There'd be
Do
Yeah.
y'all
so
know,
many
like,
labels
everybody
dropped on
says,
that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
we're the generation that babies them, is what everybody's telling me. You're their baby
Yes.
too
Right.
much.
Which and a lot of people say now the the kids of today feel
My kids in
entitled.
my generation,
Yeah, feel,
especially,
are
like,
like
they're
are
baby
they
too much.
entitled, you know
My
what I
kids'
mean?
generation, yeah.
Because they didn't get the parroting that we got back in the day. I'm not saying they don't, or not all of them,
Whiplash.
but yeah, you know what I mean?
And they've solely, like, grown up in this, like, social media, like,
Hmm.
world where
Mhm.
you have to, introduce them,
Yeah,
like,
a lot of
to
kids are
certain
raised.
things in social media. And, like, I, like, allow my kid to have, one specific platform,
Hmm.
first, and now he has both. But other than that, he doesn't need anything,
A
you
lot
know.
of a lot of kids were raised by social media, man. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Especially this
But
new
I have his
generation.
Hmm.
passwords.
Absolutely. The U.S. system
All
has
that.
not been a rehabilitation for decades and decades. It's a business. 100%. Hands
Yep.
down, it's a business. I can plead insanity. I can just show them you. I can just show them my YouTube streams from the past few years. Hi, Anzo. What's up, Deej? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Your streams are fire, but I don't think that says you can plead insanity. My monster was white. Quite often, it's familiar or close friends.
Family, yeah.
Peace,
Sometimes the
Friday.
monsters that happen to shit is usually family.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that was my
Also, with
experience
so
as
many
well.
interracial couples, how would you segregate? It would be probably almost impossible to
I
segregate
like,
now.
that's just like, why are we talking about, like, segregation?
Yeah,
It's
what
just like,
happened? Was there a topic going on in the chat that we weren't a part of?
I have no idea.
yeah,
I just
Jack's
see.
Law said the word segregation, and then, like,
And we all
boom,
went,
there we
what?
were. And then I thought we were getting away from segregation, and now we're
Yolanga
segre.
said, I'm Gen X. We ate dirt and walked to places we shouldn't have and were latchkey kids. I raised my kids similar with a little more oversight, but were not sheltered and they were born in the 90s. I agree with you 100%. I
I
tried to do the
wasn't
same
sheltered one
thing.
bit.
I tried to do
I
the
was. I
same
mean,
thing.
my father was a cop, so I was on. I was sometimes on patrol with my father actually when
Hmm.
my mom was working two jobs. So when my mom couldn't take care of me, because my sister couldn't babysit me, they were already old enough. They were on their
What's
own.
he?
So
What's he
sometimes
all
I
talking
had to
about?
go with my dad on patrol while he was on duty. So I got to see everything real. You know,
Hmm.
there was sometimes my dad had to keep me away, keep me in his vehicle where I couldn't even go in at times. So I seen shit go down when I was very young. I'm
Hmm.
talking about like from 3 to 5 to 6 years old. You know,
Yep.
I wasn't
Now,
sheltered one bit. I was like had my eyes open real wide, seeing some horrific shit growing up. It didn't make me sheltered at all. It made me more street smart.
and I'll say this, Lunga, I don't know about the eating dirt part, but I feel you. I
I know
don't.
some kids ate worms and ants and shit.
Bro, I had a friend that used to eat fucking dog biscuits. Like, the dog biscuits, the ones that look like a bone. He used to eat those things on a regular, bro.
Wasn't a
Like,
Oh, I used
family
to
nah,
eat
guy.
those too. Shit,
nah, son.
I ate one of those in front of my dog. My dog got pissed and ate all my damn food for dinner.
I
I
got
wouldn't even
my
attempt.
cousin eat hamster food.
I
Hey,
wouldn't even attempt.
I
Yeah.
Um,
told her it was a cookie.
my son's mother used to eat chalk.
what the
I've heard of people doing that when they were pregnant.
Eat chalk,
what
like
the?
chalk,
I
real
never heard
chalk.
of people doing
I'm like,
that.
what the fuck? Yeah, it was crazy. It's at an all-time high because that means of infrastructure to support it are easier to come by. There are more people living in poverty that lack resources, making it easier to traffic them, etc. Okay, talking about the trafficking. Okay, he wasn't talking about race, but he certainly used radical charged language. Oh, okay,
Racial
racial. Yeah,
Who's he talking about?
Jack lost
Oh,
when he said the
segregation.
segregation.
oh,
Dog
Oh,
word.
biscuits. Dog biscuits
that's
are edible.
true.
Yeah, but to who? to dogs. They're called dog
Actually,
biscuits.
well, dog biscuits are edible to humans too. It's just that we wouldn't really eat that type of food that's being processed into it, but they are edible.
You ever had Tums? That's chalk. Yeah, I've had Tums, and yeah, but Tums, you can get flavored Tums. You know what I mean? It don't
But like,
taste
is
like
it the
chalk.
Yeah,
same
but it doesn't
thing?
matter though on that though if they're flavored or not. That's just flavoring coating into it. That's all that is.
Yes, they do. My dog eats people food, but it's like
Humans and dogs.
rice
Yeah,
and
I,
but
I,
people don't
vegetables.
eat dog food. That's the whole thing. Dogs will eat whatever's in front of them. We know better.
But I
yeah,
mean, but it's
that's
like
flavored Tums.
vegetables. It's not like
I ain't
table
eating no
scraps.
dog food. I don't give a
My
fuck
dog's not
what's
eating
in there. That
table
says dog
scraps.
food. So I ain't no dog. I ain't eating that food. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So what if, shit happens, right? And the only thing left to eat on this earth is dog food, bro.
I'd eat
He's
it.
dying. I guess he's saying he's not eating it.
I'd eat it. Shoot, I
what you
wouldn't be
gonna
going
do,
starving.
Roberto?
I couldn't do
Oh, you
it.
go in a
Like that. We
restaurant,
can. I can
everybody's eating
we?
dog
Is there
food. You
grass?
got to
Is
look
there
for dog
grass?
food that's edible, right? If that's all you got. But that's not all I have. So why would I sample with it?
I
There's
feel you.
more than enough food in the world that
I
I don't
feel
have to
you.
try eating dog food.
I feel you. I feel you.
What about cat food? Why single only dogs out?
It
Why
could be
not try
cat
your
food too.
cat's treats? Try some catnip, see if that gets you high. Try all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? What the fuck's wrong with people, man?
Mystic shadows. I'm talking about sweet potatoes, like vegetables that
Humans eat
my
human food.
dog
Yes,
eats
Dog.
dogs eat human
sometimes.
food.
I'm not saying like you give them.
Yo,
They're
It's
not
really
supposed to eat human
vegetables.
food. Yes, I
this
know, but they
The
still do.
vegetables. I'm talking about the vegetables. Is
this
what
fucking cat loves her some fucking chicken, bro.
I'm mixing in with
Yo,
their dog food.
human food? She loves it. Usually cats they don't really eat what we eat, but her human food, she loves it. She loves chicken, man. If I
I
start
don't think
making
they digest it too good, though.
I know
I
she
don't know.
digesting
Yeah,
that shit
they don't eat
fine.
that. No, don't be giving that cat that.
If you go to the vet, they'll tell you straight up, do not feed them human food.
well, there's okay,
Mystic. Yeah. I
seem
don't
fine to me. So
sweet potatoes. I mix sweet potatoes in his
Yeah, I
dog
do that
food like
too.
once
We
a week.
boil it, put it in his dog food.
Yeah, you don't give it. It's not a everyday thing, but I give him sweet potatoes, and then I'll give him peas sometimes, just mixed with the
cat
dog
food
food.
is typically too high in sodium and essential ashes that their digestive
I could
system
see
needs.
Yellow right now with a fucking bib on eating some kibbles and bits and shit. The way he talks about it, like what the fuck? I
He's
had
like,
some cat food. I found it too acidic.
that's what I'm saying. What did he do? Read the fucking labels of some cat food and be like, hey, let me see what's this. Oh yeah, okay. Now this is a little bit too high in sodium for me. Let me go to the dog food. Dog slobber is healthier than human spit.
Yeah, mess.
Um,
I've gotten some of those before.
Hells no.
dog slobber is healthier for dogs than human spit,
That
but the
sounds
whole
like people
dog
who
mouth
like
is
dogs licking
cleaner
their whole face
is
and shit.
bullshit. Yeah,
To
that's
each
what I'm
their
saying,
own.
Yellow.
To
That's
each
what I'm
their
saying.
own.
Yeah. No. Dog ain't licking my face. I will
Nope.
sit there and watch my dog fucking lick his balls for like 30 fucking minutes and then want to come and
Licking
lick
his
my
Lick
ass
his
and
face.
actually
piss and get
taking
a
the shit.
fucking numbing attack.
You know what I
He's just
mean?
trying to share. He's just trying to share with you. That's
Nah,
all.
fuck that, bro. Fuck
He's
that.
just trying to give you his
I
ball
had to
kiss.
stop my dog from eating his shit a couple of times. Now you want to come and fucking lick my face? Absolutely not. And you can see some people, man. Some
Oh
people will put
gosh.
like you watch these little TikTok videos or whatever. People put food in their mouth and let the dog come and eat the food out their mouth and shit, and be French kissing their dogs and shit. I'm like, you nasty as fuck.
Oh, damn.
Maybe they just brush their dog's teeth.
I don't give a
I
fuck.
don't care. You can put the whole bottle of this stream in
I
his
don't
mouth.
give a
He'll smell
fuck.
fresh from a distance, man.
For real. Hands down, their bacteria for them are bacteria for us. Absolutely 100%. You two screaming sounds are pretty sure your mouth has been close to an asshole for other reasons. It's been close, yes, because the vagina is close to the asshole, but it has never touched the asshole though. It
Oh
has
my
never touched the
gosh.
body
Now
hole,
we're about.
Lunga. It's not even come close to that. You look around the top and go a little bit lower, but when it gets
Oh,
you don't go too
that's.
Oh,
low,
you
brother.
didn't know the bati wash is in now?
Nah,
They
fuck that
bleach it
body
and
wash.
shit.
What is happening?
Yeah, I did bleach in the body. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
Brush your dog's teeth, fam. PSA. I don't have a dog, so you
You
know
have
what
a
I
kitty
mean.
cat.
The pee hole's right there. Where you? Yes. I agree. I know that. I know that. But it's a human being. I can deal with that one. You know what I mean? I can deal with that one. But hey, Lunga, now you're gonna make me stop eating poom poom. You know. The point is, don't make it a habit. Yeah, I feel you, man. If you tongue down that big hole, you definitely slipped around. No, very careful, very careful about that one. Oh shit, you guys are killing me right now. Roberto, you quiet. What are you
I
saying?
ain't touching that shit, yo. I
I
wear my
want.
reading glasses when I go down, so I see everything up close.
You sure they don't get foggy when you go down there?
And when they do, it's time to come up.
Oh shit, that was hilarious. He said, she went away. Yeah. She was like, no, this conversation
I
is
ain't
not
touching
for
this
me.
one, she said.
It's all good,
Give us
man.
some insight, Ashley. Like, what are we doing wrong?
Oh shit, that's hilarious. Oh man, you guys are killing me right now. And have a place for the real monster with no law. Are you still on that? We done good off of that topic, brother. You know, what I mean, we cracking some jokes right now. You know, we're talking about avoiding the bum hole. That's what we talking about.
Oh, are y'all
And the
still
pee
doing that?
hole.
Yeah, and
Too
Roberto
many
asked you a
holes
question,
there.
Ash.
I'm not. What? I'm not answering that. Please. I'm not getting involved in this
Trying to get some
conversation.
insider information and shit.
I will not be
We
doing
licking
that.
buttholes, Jack. No, maybe you licking buttholes. I ain't licking no buttholes.
Yeah, don't speak for all the brothers at Yellow.
For real, for real. You know what I mean?
We
I
had to
get it.
break one stigma. We ain't breaking two.
You know what I
And
mean?
there it is.
I get a peel. It's there. You know what I mean? It's hard to avoid that one. You know what I mean?
But
But
why is it back in the day, brothers would never admit to
Excuse me
going
while I
downstairs,
smoke
huh?
this.
it was
You
crazy,
said you
bro.
went downstairs, you better move from me, yo.
For real. For real. You know what?
Y'all are stupid. I'm
That's
not
I know we
stupid.
were stupid. It's hilarious now that we think about it.
You know what I
Yo,
mean?
this man Yampuni, just tell him to
You know what I
move.
mean? Bro, no word of a lie. Okay, so I'm with my brothers, right? And I'm like maybe 16 or whatever. So they older, you know what I mean? They sitting there, we drinking, they talking about, licking poom poom and all that stuff. And of course,
Oh
young
my
man like
gosh.
me is talking about, you guys are nasty, blah, blah, blah. Brother's friend popped up, Spark popped up, and he's like,
Yeah.
listen, man, the ladies them call me the golden tongue. I don't go into no situation with a book that says I can do this and can't do that. I was laughing my ass off. I'll never forget that. All right, golden tongue. You got it, bro. You
That's
got
why he's always smiling.
it. Oh shit. Oh man, that was a good show,
We
guys.
should have brought him up on the show. When we do, I hope I remember that question. Sparks, you remember what that party when you said, yo, golden tongue?
I should ask him about that next time I talk to him. I
Golden
ask him
tongue, huh?
about that. One of those things, when you're in a situation, it's something you just never forget. And I would never
Yep.
forget to hear him say that. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
yeah, but we
I'm
hit the
gonna
two
tell y'all
hour.
this right now.
Go
This
ahead.
Georgia pie, this cookies Georgia pie is elite.
That was her way of
Sponsored.
changing the subject.
What are you doing?
That's
That's the
These
sponsor.
somebody
That's the
edibles?
sponsored
strain.
by. Yeah,
That's
that's it. It's a
all right.
strain.
We got you. I was.
Warm
I
face and all.
I said it was gelato. Roberto said, "What the hell's gelato?" You know what I
I
mean?
need to
So
get some.
You
I'm
know
fresh
what?
up. Might get some
Next
smokes.
week, I'm coming
I
with a
am from
next fucking boom
Kentucky.
strain. I'm gonna keep it up back to back to back.
got you.
COVID got me slipping.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
Now I'm getting
Oh, you're
high on
talking
some
about.
old supply.
I thought you talking about dessert. Never mind. Never mind.
Yes, Yellow. We're talking about dessert. Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
With that being said, guys, we hit the 2 hour mark, so we're gonna close it down. Much appreciated to the people in the chat that came in. Much appreciated to the panel that came and chilled with us today. Ash, tell the people about your channel, please.
The Widow. I've been putting up videos. I got a video that I was hoping that I'd have up today. I'm gonna clip out some stuff from the takeover stream, put that up. This video, my No Way Home will be up tomorrow. I'm just still behind on a few things for it, but that's what I got coming up.
Absolutely. Yella, I would have invited you on, but I thought you were doing a stream already. I guess it must have ended earlier, but you know what I mean? You know you're always welcome for sure. Andrea, talk to the people. Where can they find you? Okay, Andrea.
Give me a
Oh,
second.
there we
Sorry.
go. Yeah.
Oh, you can find me, MSK's channel, modding over there. You can find me on the Film Elitist. He's doing some, if you like conspiracies, whether they're true or not, we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about cold cases, a lot of different things. You can find me on the Film Elitist's channel too, that he's rebranding his channel. You can find me on Ashley's channel at times.
Yeah, well, monthly stream, we do it.
That's where you guys can find me. Hope you guys enjoyed the show here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Anzo if you have it, and share the stream, y'all.
Absolutely. Much
And not only
appreciated.
that, last thing is get Roberto up. He's been doing his thing.
Thank you, Andrea.
Get his name out there, share it.
Appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely. And woulda, coulda, shoulda, bro. I seen the
Sure.
picture, and you're on the fucking thumbnail. It's not woulda, coulda, shoulda. You were on the thumbnail, so I was like, okay, y'all are doing his thing tonight, no problem. And then
Andrea is that dude.
he said, Andrea has an agenda. I'm not sure what the agenda is, but
Oh
we'll
yeah,
see.
that's to take out Putin. I'm gonna be the one to do that for y'all.
Andrea spreads love everywhere, don't you, Andrea? That's your agenda.
That's what it's all about is love.
Yeah.
If it ain't about love, you ain't living.
And here's the
Yeah.
crickets for my co-host here, Mr. Roberto. So tell the people where they can find you, Roberto.
Right here, Wednesday nights, the only spot. Because for whatever reason, Saturday hasn't seemed to be happening. We ain't clicking. And
Well, we
my
had it this
show is on
Saturday.
pause. Yeah, I know, but it's all over the place. Let's start it at 3. Can you do 3:34? Next thing you know, I tried to hustle to try and make it. Next thing you know, I see you guys are already on. So
what? You can pop in?
yeah, I can't do that comment, man.
No, I mean, come on.
I was driving. I was driving.
Oh, okay, you were driving.
And last time I was doing the comments, I was getting ignored. I was saying, man, I'm a part of the show, and they even studied me in the comments. I said, this shit hurts. I could find abuse elsewhere, man.
Which one were you commenting on? Because if it was the one where we were doing the tournament, he couldn't see the comments.
I don't remember. I know it was after I won. I was trying to get back at Danny. He responded to one, and then all of a sudden he didn't see the others.
I remember that one.
It's all good. It's all good. I understand. Not all hosts read all the comments. You know what I'm saying?
100%. You know what I mean? That being said, guys, much appreciated. We will see you next week.
Respect.
I was thinking about doing some.
Oh, give me that beat, yo. You got to give me that beat before we go out because that guy,
shit.
You
Okay.
thinking about doing some what?
is fire.
All I gotta say, one last thing is Birds of Prey over No Way Home.
You're crazy.
You got that right.
Yeah. I was thinking about playing 2K and streaming it because I'm right at a certain spot that I'm trying to get to, and we'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
Hi
But
guys,
Roberto
everybody
definitely
in the chat
wanted me to play this, so let me cue it up to let us out. Play this
chat.
really quick before we get out of here. I almost forgot. I gotta share my screen. Stick around, guys, because we got some extra camera.
What?
We got some bloopers coming around, people. So you know.
Bloop, 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 bloop. It's the bloopers. Bloop, 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 bloop,
All
bloop,
right.
bloop, bloop.
Full screen, and let's check it out. It's only 1 minute and 17 seconds, so let's hear it.
Okay, I kick up this shit, keep it moving. Hip hop, you can't stop this type of movement. I'm a storyteller, so let me get ready to it. About this time, I'm almost died over some coochie. Say what? Brown skin, it was his cutie. She threw a party at a crib, told me come through, but damn it, I knew better. Granted, I'm too clever. Really rumble like whoever, I'm on the way. Something kept telling me, boy, you foolish. Couldn't get a lift from my nigga, so called the Uber. Got dropped off, hit 5 stars. He was the coolest, but not the cleanest. But at least he played my music. Hopped in that bitch like I was Kunta. I can't lie, shit was a vibe. They playing Future. I'm getting high, speakers was loud. It's not your booming.
Like this,
What they up to? Wait, there she go. I recognized her from her booty. I walked out, that baby was shut. Like, how you doing? She turned around with the stone face. I was confused, and I realized I looked in her eyes. I'm right, punch, kick the jump. No shit, oh shit. Broke wrist, still throwing both fists, don't miss. Now my medulla got contusions. I'm on my back, too many cats. I just see boomers. Call it doctor. There was nothing else I could do in this street fight. Wishing nobody used that Hadouken. They started to run from boys in blue. Shit, I'm not a fan of the police, but hallelujah. More with a story, fellas. Don't be stupid. Wanted me to chick and take her ass to the movies. Back to the telly, but never give up your room key. Boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. Coast.
Wicked.
That was lit.
This
Oh
guy
my
gives
gosh.
me goosebumps. I said, this guy's fucking.
That was.
He's
You
an
guys
idiot.
send me the
yeah.
link to that. I want to watch that again.
Yo,
You know how many
that
times
shit
I
was
watched that,
tight.
Ashley?
That
I
shit
watched
was
this so
tight.
many times. I said, I gotta find this guy. I gotta share this guy. I gotta, like, somebody's gotta find this
Oh
track
my
for me.
gosh.
That shit was something better than a lot of the shit I've been hearing
Sick!
like nowadays.
Freak. Send me
Sick.
that link, right? I want to see that
hey,
again.
I ain't even gonna lie. You guys might hear that on the intro coming up.
Shoot. I
Was
don't
his lyrics
blame
sick
you.
or what? Was his lyrics sick? You know, it kind of reminded me of Fresh Prince, you know? With the way
It
he was
was-
talking about how he grew up and shit. This guy's talking about a date.
Spirit.
That was nice.
Like
That was
for
nice.
real, please send me a link
Body
for
it.
that.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
shit, that
Cats,
shit
I'll
is
see you
some better
through,
than a
bud.
lot of shit I thought today.
You like that one, eh, Yella?
Too many cats. All I see is pumas. You know what? Yo,
Fire.
I think
Those lyrics were sick.
that motherfucking shit deserves a fucking encore,
The
bro.
way he's moving his body, everything.
Do it
Let's
again.
One more
Proud of him, man.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
let's
then
do
we
it
can go
again.
out at that. Because
Do
that
it,
is
just do it.
like...
Because we're good.
That was
Let me just-
fire. I'm sorry. I
shake
was
me
like,
above
I'd be
my head, 'cause I
laughing.
saw
Like,
Anzo.
I'd just be like,
I saw
hearing
Anzo.
shit. I'd be like, that shit is so good. I'd just be laughing. That is like,
Thank you. Thank you.
when I just like, it's shocking when that shit is that tight.
It's
That
so
shit is-
tight,
That shit
for
is
real.
tight.
I'm glad you all loved it, man. 'cause
I
this
didn't
shit
think, I
touched
was
me.
like, it's ain't about to be this tight. And it was. So shout out to y'all for
Let's
this.
do it
You
again.
watch this one 7 times, Ashley?
Ah,
Yes.
shit.
I can watch this a
She's gonna be
lot.
watching
More
this more
than
than
seven.
she's gonna be watching this more times than she went to go see No Way Home.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean?
better believe it. Yeah.
Okay, I kick up, flip shit up, keep it moving. Hip hop, you can't stop this type of movement. I'm a storyteller, so let me get ready to it. About this time, I'm almost died over some coochie. Say what? Brown skin, it was his cutie. She threw a party at her crib, told me come through, but damn it, I knew better. Granted, I'm too clever, but I'm from Philly, I'm ready rumble like whoever. I'm on the way. Something kept telling me, boy, you foolish. Couldn't get a lift from my nigga, so called the Uber. Got dropped off, hit 5 stars. He was the coolest, but not the cleanest. But at least he played my music. Up in that bitch like I was Kunta. I can't lie, shit was a vibe. They playing Future. I'm getting high, speakers was loud. It's metro booming, but seen these guys with evil eyes. What they up to? Wait, there she go. I recognized her from her booty. I walked out, that baby was shut. Like, how you doing? She turned around with the stone face. I was confused, and I realized I looked in her eyes. I'm from a news. Left, right, punch, kick, jump. No shit.
Oh my God.
Still going. Don't miss. Now my medulla got confusions. I'm on my back. Too many cats. I just see boomers. Call it doctor. There was nothing else I can do in a street fight. Wishing nobody used that Hadouken. They started to run from boys in blue. Shit, I'm not a fan of the police, but hallelujah. More with a story, fellas. Don't be stupid. Wanted me to chick and take ass to the movies. Back to the telly, but never give up your room key. Boys and girls, thank you for tuning in. Coast.
Cool.
Jeez.
That shit was tight.
That shit is
Oh,
fire,
that shit
bro.
is fire. That is lit. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
That is a vibe. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That sounds like
I
some
love
shit
it.
like from the 80s and 90s type shit, you know?
That's
I love
Yes,
it.
it's
that's a
old
whole
school
vibe.
rendition, you know.
That is so
Absolutely.
Right.
tight. That is fire. I
And
need
that's how
that
we end
link.
the show, guys. Peace. See you next
Bye,
time.
guys. Y'all have a
Peace.
good one.
Boom.
I don't even know if I want to play the intro after that one.
I'm
Praise the
waving.
masterpiece, y'all.
I know, like I always like wave with my cameras off. I'm like, why am I waving? Nobody's seeing me. But it's just like a habit.
Yes, it is.
Just know that I'm
Peace.
I'll
saying
do the same
goodbye
thing
and
with my
waving.
camera off too.
It's
Peace.
just a thing. Bye, guys.